He waits atop a throne of skulls.
Welcome, my friends, to the Eternal Challenger League Season 3 Qualifier number 8. So yes, this is going to be the last qualifier of the season. I'm excited to be here, and let's go ahead and take a look at our competitors for the day. We're going to go to the bracket. Yes, that's what my brain was trying to say. So first match is going to be Hyali Nale, of course, having a great performance in the most recent ever chosen. And he's going to be facing off against Dr. Nick, who also goes by Gabo Slayer. So you'll be seeing him as Gabo Slayer in the games. And then in the second best of 3 of the day, it's going to be King of the Dead facing off against Zach B. Sane. So it should be some really good matches, some high-level players across the board. Also, guys, some pretty big changes for the next season of the Eternal Challenger League, which hopefully you guys will enjoy. And it's going to be hopefully allowing more people to participate, because I know it's kind of like when you can only have 4 people, a lot of people want to play, and I'd love to open up the event. And that's my plan. So what we're going to be doing for the next season of the Eternal Challenger League, and probably the ones going forward, assuming it goes well, is that every one of the Eternal Challenger League qualifiers is going to be a 16 to 32 man tournament. So essentially, starting at, let's say, like 8 a.m. in the morning or 9 a.m., depending on the day, probably like Saturdays or Sundays, you're going to be having a 32 man tournament. So players will play up until the top 4. And when we get to the top 4, I will then cast the tournament. So should be quite a bit of fun. And if other casters or content creators want to cast different parts of the bracket, I'm totally down for that as well. So it'll be fun. We're going to be able to get a lot more people in. Newer players can try their hand against champions, and it'll be great. We'll see how it goes. So as far as this season goes, we've had Falcon, Vicious Satsuma, Undertaker, Hadries, Aerocrastic, Zyphos, and RN qualify last week. And then the winner of today, of course, will be taking the last spot here in the grand finals. And then sometime in the next 3 or 4 weeks, probably we'll be having the grand finals. So very excited for this. Very excited. Life is good. Let's go ahead and jump back to the game here and get to the scorecards. Oh man, somebody coming out hard with the donation already. So it looks like the first matchup is going to be Wood Elves versus Dwarves, perhaps? I could have sworn it was something different, but we'll find out here. So 1 second, guys. Just need to check my stream settings. Everything looks good. Not to jinx it or anything like that, but I think it's looking pretty good and tasty here. Oh, does my screen blocker still work? Oh, yes, it does. Perfect. Perfect. So I can look at the armies if I want to. So yeah, it'll be really fun. So next season, like pretty much anyone who wants to is going to be able to join up, and I'm really excited for that. I think that's going to be great. Because yeah, I want it to be like more inclusive and get more people in. So yeah, we'll see. All right, 1 second, guys. Just setting up a couple things that I forgot to set up before the stream. That should be quick here. Yes, good. Click the button. Click it, Anakin. And it looks like the first match, okay, that's what I thought. It's going to be Dwarves versus Lizardmen, which is a really fun one. Historically, I think it did actually favor the Dawi. One of the few matchups that was quite good for them. But, you know, it's gotten more even, I think, since the advent of getting like a red-crested skinks with really good consistent AP values and poison. So yeah, I'm quite eager to see what the lads bring. We got Ray Hyde with the donation. He said, love the metal intro. It's so lit. Yes, it is. Ray, thank you for the donation. Really appreciate it. Glad you liked the intro. I'm actually thinking about updating the intro. So we'll see. Yeah, stay tuned for that. Jason, I probably won't be minimizing today, so hopefully we'll be okay. But I actually forgot, Jason. All right, so we're good. First map is going to be Altdorf Outskirts. Pretty solid map for both factions. There are some open field places where the dwarves can set up with their cannons, but the lizards also have a tree line to use, which is cool. So I think it's one of the better, more well-balanced maps for sure. Quick Strike 94 says, I wish I could join, but my computer runs the game like a dead parrot. Oh, man. Well, that's unfortunate. See if you can get it updated, man, or maybe just turn all the settings down to just the bare minimum and see how it goes. Yeah, Hjalli beasted it at the last Ever Chosen. I'm really excited to see how he does here today. And of course, he's up against a pretty tough opponent here in the Gabo Slayer. Quite a savvy Dawi player, I've heard. No, this is the first match. So for everyone joining, this is going to be number 1. Round 1, fight. No matches have been missed. It is 0-0. Hopefully the scoreboard reflects that. Yes, it does. Okay, good. I didn't screw that up. And cool. Players load in. Oh, God, that's such a good feeling. That instant load-in speed. It's perfect. It's just so good. So I got to set my computer fans up to performance mode. Yeah, my fans make really obnoxious sounds. Like, if I have it on quiet and then I fire up Total War Warhammer, it just goes ham. Yeah. Goes ham. So, David, or Dawid, we actually just showed the qualified players. If you skip back like a good 30 or 40 seconds, you'll be able to see it. But off the top of my head, I don't know if I could remember them all. Yeah. Ray Hyde says, notice me, Dark God Turin. Yeah, and the standard funds for multiplayer is 12,400. So for anyone who's new to the game, if you want to like theory craft armies and matchups and things like that, you'll be working with 12,400. Now for the army of the lizards, it looks like they're going to be pretty spread out, which is quite cool. And he's got Croxagors, so it's paddling time. So in total, he has 2 Croxagors here. He has 1 in the back as well, which I'm sure he's just deploying right now. And I think 3 Croxagors is what I see. He does also have Gorok on foot, and Gorok on foot is actually a really good choice against dwarves. He's very, very tanky. He has 450 weapon strength, good AP values, great combat stats. You can give his allies armor, which is very helpful against like dwarf warriors and longbeards. He does also have the Rock of Itza, Gorok, rocking the Itza, 44% physical resist. Wow, that's going to make him so tanky. I totally forgot about that, but when he's engaged in melee combat, he gets that. Well, you have to activate it, but that's really strong. And he's immune to psychology, not that the dwarves... Do the dwarves have anything that causes terror? I don't think so. I don't think they have a single unit. Yeah, I don't think so. So in the front line, it's going to be red-crested skinks and a combination of Saurus warriors to give some sustainability. Also good to be hiding the Croxagors and those guys. And that's pretty much it. Croxagors with, Razordon hunting packs coming in from Hjalli Nale. This is going to be interesting. They did get buffed recently. I still don't know if they're good, but I'm very eager to see how he does with these bad boys. Man, this is going to be interesting. Yeah, we'll see how the Razordon hunting packs do. What a hero. I don't know if he's bringing that just to entertain you guys or if this is like some hidden thing we don't know about. In the forest, we do have the cohort of Sotek as well. And now let's take a look at the proud forces of the Dawi. So the Dawi, like I said, there is some open field on this map. So they're going to be taking up position in the classic box formation. He does have Iron Breakers with Slayers. And then, an Organ Gun. Hell yes. So we have an Organ Gun, and it looks like we do also have Iron Drakes with Trollhammer Torpedoes, followed up by a Rune Lord. Now for the rest of the Dwarf army, basically just going to be infantry, so miners, just blasting charges across the board. Very good against red-crested skinks, and then he does also have Slayers. So this is going to be really fun, guys. I'm quite excited to see how the Organ Gun will do, the Razordon hunting pack, and this is indeed match 1 here of the qualifiers. So thank you guys for joining. So the next match is going to be between King of the Dead, and then we also have Zach B. Sane facing off. So very intense matches across the board. Yes. Yeah, Gorok is the Ghost Heroes. That's right. Hassan, yes, correct. If you're playing Clan Angren, you can bring the Ethereal Dwarf Lords who do cause terror. So I guess I stand corrected there, or I guess just notified, I suppose, that the dwarves do have access to some terror. But the problem with doing that is you have to pick Clan Angren, which means you can't pick like a lot of the good Dwarf Lords. And it kind of like limits you and pigeonholes you and is telegraphing to your opponent. I really think it'd be kind of cool if the Ethereal Ghost Lords could have access in the, or you could have access in the regular Dwarf roster, but teach their own. Organ Gun. Yes. The Organ Gun. Yeah, against dwarves, it's a little bit risky to bring big dinos. They have really good firepower with cannons and thunders and things like that. When I play against dinosaurs and I'm playing dwarves, I usually just have a Longbeard front line with like 4 thunders in the back line and like a single cannon. And like big dinos will not last long against that. But swarming with skinks and just like cheap, chaffy units tends to work pretty well. I haven't really seen Razordons too much since they got buffed recently in that little hotfix, so I don't know how they're going to perform. So I can't really articulate whether or not I think they need buffs yet, but perhaps we'll be able to say after this game. I know there's a freaking Organ Gun. Organ Guns probably will do okay against infantry and against Kroxigors and things like that. They have good AP values for sure. A little bit short on the range, so that's why a lot of people opt for cannons, because they can start getting value earlier. But the Organ Gun, I mean, Ironbreaker should be able to hold for quite some time. And the Organ Gun probably will be able to, at the very least, counter the Razordon hunting packs if he shoots at those, but we'll see. And also, mind you guys, if you take a look and just like zoom down like this, you can see that line of sight here isn't the best. I mean, it's got to be able to draw some line of sight. It kind of has a bit of an arc of fire. It's not like a direct shot, like in the truest sense of the word, but yeah. They're going to be able to use the trees and hide behind some of these on their approach. Like the hunting packs could come through these trees here, like up and through these ones, and it'll be pretty tough for the Dawi to get those. Yeah, if you could summon the Dwarf Lords, that'd be really cool, Pascarable. Yeah, this is the last qualifier. And again, for people joining, for the next season, it's going to be much more open. We're going to be making it so the different qualifiers are 16 or 32-man tournaments, and the top 4 will be casted at the end of the day. So basically, we'll be starting early in the morning at like 7 or 8 a.m., and then from there in the afternoon, we'll be casting the top 4 finalists. So the format will be the same in terms of casting, but people can qualify from... it's going to get more people in, which is going to be fun because there's a lot of like really good players out there that I simply don't know that maybe aren't in my Discords or things like that, or don't message me to ask to join. So I think it'd be really cool to be able to get those guys involved and see what's going on. Yeah, the boxes are an interesting phenomenon. I'm not the hugest fan of it. I feel like it gives your opponent like a clear-cut mission. They're like, okay, I just need to collapse the box and that's it. Like I don't know, but it can work for sure. Clearly people do it and they have success with it, so we'll see how it pays off. So the Organ Gun here is going to be opening up shop. Its first volley, its first salvo shall be shooting here. It says it's firing, so let's go ahead and see what it's shooting at. So here it goes downtown, and it's going to be shooting into some of those little red-crested skinks there, and it looks like one of the skinks just eats one in the face and is like, I'm not going down. I can take that like a champ. But here comes the next volley, taking out 3 skinks. So far, not devastating damage coming in from that piece. Organ Guns really shine against like cav units and things like that, but against infantry, I'm quite curious to see how it does, but... yeah, he's basically just shooting at whatever he can. But like I said, Dwayne Gorok Johnson has that giant shield. Although any damage you can do on him is quite good. He's very, very tanky, and being able to wear him down would be very, very powerful. But it looks like he's going to be hiding in the trees now. Just trying to line of sight that cannon piece. Let's see what both players are saying. Good luck, have fun. That is all that is being said here in the realm. Put your dwarf in that box. Dawi can move. Yes, he moved up a little bit. Yes, he did. So the Organ Gun shooting downtown, going up against the Skink Priest of Beasts, and you can see Hyali Nali's aware of this, and obviously a very seasoned tournament player is just going to be juking back and forth and wasting the ammunition of the Organ Gun. But the Organ Gun probably wants to shoot at Kroxigors, but basically the dwarves are stationary, so at this point, they can take their time getting a full surround, and you can see Hyali is going to be doing that. He's getting his Skink cohorts and his other ones just around the back, and he's basically just going to be hammering into the backside of the formation. That's what I would do, honestly. I probably wouldn't even take an engagement in the front. I would maybe just like run up and around here, because they're Ironbreakers on the front 3 sides. If you come around the back here, it's just Dwarf Warriors, Miners, and Slayers. Slayers won't trade super effectively with Skinks, so just force an engagement in the backside of the formation, delay the front engagement, or go around the flank. I mean, the only thing really pressuring him is the Organ Gun, but it really hasn't done too much damage so far. So we'll see if it pays off. And here comes another volley. Yes, it is a hexagon. It's not the box. It's different, guys. It's different. So Organ Gun shot coming downtown, shooting into the red-crested skinks, getting some pretty good damage, actually. So starting to... pay some dues here as far as kills go. It is up to 62. Oh, man, getting a massive volley of kills right there. Now it's going to be shooting into the paddling Kroxigors. So the Kroxigors definitely want to get behind the tree line, but the Organ Gun just got a ton of kills there. So Amber Spear coming down. Oh, no! That Amber Spear did so much damage. Hyali Nali knew there was going to be a box. Oh, that is devastating. Look at the damage coming in on those Iron Breakers from that Amber Spear. Oh, that was disgusting. That is literally like 1,000 gold of value just immediately accrued there. So the Manticore Summon is going to be going down here. That was a beautiful Amber Spear, but the blasting charges of the Dwarves certainly doing quite well right back. Dwayne Gorok Johnson's going to be engaging. Saurus Warriors engaging. Blasting charges don't hurt them as much since they're pretty well armored. But Dwayne Gorok Johnson should be able to keep these guys fighting. Shield of the Aeons, giving Red Crested Kings 90 armor, which is pretty badass for sure. And then you can also see the Feral Manticore is going to be coming in, probably landing on top of the Iron Drakes, I would imagine, or some of these elite troops. There are Slayers nearby who should be able to deal with that quite easily. But man, that Amber Spear was nasty, nasty. But the Dwarves are still holding quite well. I mean, yeah, they lost some stuff, but they've done a lot of damage to the Lizards on the approach. But now this is where things get ugly. And what I really like about Hyali's formation deployment is that he got the Croc Scores in the back so they don't have to work on Ironbreakers. And guys, this is probably the earliest I've ever seen Ironbreakers break in a game. The Ironbreakers are already broken from that Amber Spear. So these ones in the front are basically just running for the hills. So Lizards collapsing from every which direction. You can see they're coming in the back here, going to be attacking some of these miners in the back, and should be able to get through them pretty easily. Miners have pretty bad combat stats, and Red Crested Skinks have good AP, they have poison, so I don't know how long they're going to be holding for. Now we do have the Rune Lord here, the second Manticore has been summoned, and I would imagine another Amber Spear might be getting set up. Maybe he's trying to position the Amber Spear here to shoot downtown across these Ironbreakers, but yeah, that's the danger of the box for sure. Like if you box too hard and somebody brings the Amber Spear, oh my god, they can get you. So the Croc Scores have piled in the back and are now attacking Iron Drakes with the Trollhammer Torpedoes, which is pretty catastrophic for them. And it looks like the Slayers are all back here, so these guys are just going to have a field day. These Iron Drakes are probably going to be going down, but the bounce power is still pretty even, and it looks like the Dwarves are getting a nice push in the back, a massive just surge of Rune Lords, the Rune Lord and the Slayers, pushing back the Croc Scores, blasting charges, taking out some of the infantry. So far I would say a slight advantage maybe for the Dinos, but still a game that the Dwarves can come back from, because the Dinos do of course have a Summoned Manticore on the field, which will be disappearing relatively soon, but Dwayne Gorok Johnson's getting in there as well, and he's just beating down some of these Dwarf infantry units, and he is not taking much damage at all. And the Organ Gun's compromised. Oh, look at that shield back. He just straight up 300 that guy. But the Organ Gun shut down, which is really unfortunate, plus the Iron Drakes with the Trollhammer Torpedoes are shut down, so that's immediately like a huge surge of power that the Dwarves just don't have. And it's a substantial investment. Those are not cheap units. So, yeah, we'll see. Gorok here, the Rock of Itza has popped. Dwayne Gorok popping the rock. 44% physical resist, getting that sweet vigor as well. He's very tired at the moment, but, you know, carrying that shield is no easy feat. Little Skink Priest here, going to be attacking the remnants of the Ironbreakers. Should be able to finish those guys off, but it looks like the Lizards are just collapsing. Slayers are starting to get worn down. Obviously, Slayers aren't... They can fight infantry and do good damage, but from a cost perspective, it's not really efficient, because they're going to be taking a ton of poking damage from Red Crested Skinks and, you know, the cohort of Sotek and all that stuff. And as long as Hyali Nali can keep the Croc Scores away from the Slayers and just, like, run around and take everything else out, he needs the Slayers or the Trollhammer Torpedoes to really take those guys out. The Dwarves are going to be hunkering down, using the Master Rune of Oath and Steel to give a massive armor buff to their entire army, and the Organ Gun crew is still here, so if you could perhaps fend off the Lizards somehow, you could get that back online, but it's looking tougher and tougher here as the Dwarves are just getting fully swamped. So let's go down to the pits and give you guys some cool cinematics. This isn't bad though. Looks like there's some Dragonback Slayers here who are kind of working on some of the bigger targets. Some of the Croc Scores might actually get broken off here. And you can see, yeah, one group is breaking. The other one, I think, is, yeah, they're trying to, like, surge over away from the Slayers, but they actually fully break. So that's a good grab for the Dwarves. They probably still have some Ironbreakers fighting. Dragonback Slayers in here fighting Croc Scores. If Hyali Nali's not careful and he lets his Croc Scores start to get worn down across the board, that could be a way for the Dwarves back into this game. But another big issue for the Dawi is the fact that Dwayne Gorok Johnson is here, and if he is going to end up fighting the Rune Lord, he will beat the brakes off him. So here it looks like Hyali's going to be grabbing some of these Croc Scores, sending them after the Iron Drakes, which is good because it frees up Dwayne. And if you can get Dwayne on top of the Rune Lord, kill the Rune Lord, that's pretty much going to spell doom for the Dawi here in this first match. But man, that Amber Spear was a thing of beauty. So yeah, now we have Dwayne Gorok Johnson fighting the Rune Lord here, and Dwayne is just going to beat the brakes off him. I mean, he hits incredibly hard, he has great combat stats. Rune Lords aren't really meant for combat, and he's actually a really good duelist, a great pick against Dwarves as well. And it's really cool to see a Footlord, a character without a mount, be like competitive, you know? I mean, though it is the dwarf matchup in which you don't really need mobility from your, I mean, it helps. Having mobility against dwarves is super useful, is not what I'm saying, but it's not as important as some other matchups, because dwarves aren't going to be like trying to maneuver on your flanks, and your lord doesn't need to be in a million places at one time. So Dwayne is able to get the Rune Lord. Rune Lord just getting spanked down. You can see his HP very, very low after just a couple attacks. The last of the Slayers are fighting, but it looks like that's going to be game, as Hyali Nali is going to be taking game one against the Dwarves with his Lizardmen. A beautiful Amber Spear play, cracking open the Dwarven box, allowing him to just flow in the front, get onto the cannon piece, and that Amber Spear, like, not single-handedly, but in many ways, just cracked open the Dwarven formation, allowed him to get into the cannon line and the Ironbreakers, or not the cannon line, but the Organ Gun line, as well as the Iron Drakes with Trollhammer Torpedoes. And from there, it was like the Dwarves were just scrambling. That was brutal. That was brutal stuff. Yeah, Soul Quench actually is really good as well. I see some of you guys in chat discussing that. Soul Quench is a really, really good ability. So Hyali Nali is going to be taking that in game one here. So let's go ahead and update the scoreboard for him. Yes, good, Anakin, good. I must admit, I'm not I know I said this in the last stream. I'm not a huge fan of the new Star Wars movies, but I'm very excited to see the next one because Palpatine's going to be in it. God, I hope there's some good quotes. So next we're going to be on Alpine Ridge. So let's go ahead and switch the map. Country roads. Cool. And there we go. And there we go. All right. Next map is Alp Ridge. Alrighty, cool. I believe the players are chatting together. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's why the box is a little bit risky for sure. But I mean, yeah, I personally am not a fan of the box. I think just going like wider is better with dwarves. That spear was so good. He cracked the boys. The cold ones cracked open one for sure. You know what? Did we even see the Razordons the entire battle? What were they doing? Kinem. You just reminded me that the Razordons existed. So Gobbo Slayer is going to be going Vampire Coast. Hyali Nali is going to be on Wood Elves for the next match. They're saying GG's, well played. Smiley faces across the board. Oh yeah. There'll be new Palpatine thumbnails. I hope there's some cringy Palpatine action. Yeah, I enjoyed Rogue One. Yeah, as far as all the new movies go, Rogue One is probably the one I enjoyed the most. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It's like, really, when you're rebooting a franchise like Star Wars and things like that, you know, it's like, what all you really need to do to be successful is appeal to the nostalgia of it, bring back the old characters, give them awesome roles. It's like, all right, so movie one, it's like, all right, let's get rid of this beloved character that everyone likes in a very stupid way. All right, number two, let's do the same thing. Let's get rid of the most beloved character, you know, and then, all right, I feel like they're correcting course. I'm hoping the third movie will, I mean, who's left, right, that I really care about? I don't know. Peter Nilsson, thank you so much for becoming a member here on the channel. Enjoy your squig icon. It'll evolve over time like a Pokemon. There's Palpatine, speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Did you do that just because we were talking about Palpatine? Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. I am the sequels. Yeah. You know, at the end of the second of the new Star Wars movies, I was like, when Luke shows up, I was genuinely excited. I was like, hell yes, this is like the old hero coming back. But then when I, like, the whole thing with it being like an illusion or whatever, I was like, God, that's so dumb. I was so mad. That's all I wanted was like one epic duel. And even if he went down there, it would have been better than the whole illusion thing. I don't know. There was just, yeah. I don't know. I don't want to get in a whole rant about it now. I know, it really makes you appreciate the prequels, right? It really makes you appreciate it. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to Mandalorian as well. The trailer looks really good for that. So I'm not one of those people who's going to discredit the whole franchise just because of one or two bad movies. I will watch Mandalorian, and I hope it's good. I mean, if it's bad, whatever, who cares? But I mean, it looks fun. I mean, Boba Fett and all that. All those characters were always really badass. So, SSIO, thank you for the 21, man. 21.99 special. Thanks for the great entertainment, man. And not forcing me to choose between you and the NFL again. Would love to see a video about your opinion which Warhammer could play, which Warhammer characters could play what position in football. Well, Croc scores would be linebackers for sure. But you'd have to really limit it like to massive. Like, are we going to allow like massive beasts in there, like giants and things like that? I mean, you have it in Blood Bowl, basically. Yeah. Yeah, the whole Akbar thing was pretty weak, too. Yeah. Yes, let the hate flow. Let the hate flow. I'm so happy Palpatine's back. You guys have no idea. Palpatine is the greatest part of Star Wars. I don't know. I might do a Magic stream in the next couple days. Maybe tomorrow night. Oh, God. I have no idea. I don't know. Yeah, so you were asking about Italian Spartacus's prediction videos? Yeah, I have no idea. I don't really follow the prediction stuff too much, so I don't know. He's probably close to being right, I would imagine. Yes. Mr. Nyatek, you don't need to study. Slan would actually not be great linemen because they have really weak legs, unless they're using magic. But like if Hassan was a lineman in the NFL, it would just get pushed over because like leg strength is really important rather than upper body mass. So like, yeah, they would just get tumbled over. Yes, Peter. Good. There's no giants. Well, okay, so in Blood Bowl, you actually do have some monstrous units. You have tree men, which are basically like a monstrous giant-sized unit. The halflings have them, and I think wood elves have them too. So, I mean, it could happen. The Gallows Giant against wood elves, that's a pretty bold pick. And I actually have a strong feeling that Gobbo Slayer is going to be going for a Vampire Coast box as well. We'll find out here in a moment. Yeah, Blood Bowl is a great game. Nothing's changed. It's still really good. I just am focusing, like, I usually have enough hand strength to play, like, 2 games in a day. So I'm focusing mainly on this, obviously, and then Magic. Magic's been my jam. The prequels are just such memes, yeah. Who would win in a fight between a Jedi and a Space Marine? I don't know, it's hard to say. They both have incredible plot armor. Yeah. Like, every time you read a 40k book with outside of the Horus Heresy, because in Horus Heresy, like, a lot of main characters die and things like that, but outside of Horus Heresy, let's just like, oh, the Space Marines, we shall stop these filthy Xenos. Like, yeah, some of the expendable ones go, but never like a named character or anyone important. I don't know. It depends on the Jedi, I suppose. Because, like, I don't know, really it just comes down to, can Space Marines be, like, force manipulated? Like, or do they have some innate superhuman resistance to it because of their genetic engineering? You know, if they could be manipulated by the Force, and the Jedi could just, like, force choke them or, like, force throw them, like, I don't know, I don't see what they could do, really. But it depends, yeah. But if they can't, if they have some sort of resistance to it, maybe. Mr. Nyatek, thank you. Yes, don't study, brother. Good, Hennikin. Steve, thank you for the $5 donation. Yay for the Lizardmen. Didn't see any Razordons, but that's not a surprise. Dude, there was a Razordon in that build. I just didn't see it. I wasn't paying attention to it. It was there. It's not a Mandalorian movie. It's a Mandalorian TV show. Yeah, it's like a TV show that's going to be on Disney's new streaming service. It comes out, I think, November 12th. Anyways, guys, we're here. Round 2, Yali Nali up a game over the Vampire Coast player here, who's going to be the mighty Gobbo Slayer. And now for the build of Yali Nali, he's coming in hard with a Durthu pick. Oh, man, so I like this. Basically, it's like a bum rush build, and Durthu, if the Vampire Coast player doesn't go with a gunline or artillery pieces, which they usually don't in this matchup, Durthu's going to be able to come in there, beat down some crabs, beat down some leviathans. I really like this pick. It's actually going to be really gangster for sure. On top of that, we do have some light skirmishing up on the hill. Glade Riders with not Hagwing tips, actually just standard ones. So yeah, I mean, it'll be fun to see what they do. They can dive into the back line against the cannons. They can just poke some of the lightly armored targets. Should be pretty badass. A bunch of Dryads in the front. We do also have War Dancers, and it looks like there's going to be a Spellsinger of Life and some more War Dancers. And of course, on the far sides of the formation, there's going to be the Wardens of Sithril. Interesting. We're going to be teamed up with some Wild Riders, and it looks like on the other side, there's going to be some Wild Riders as well. Wild Riders are just a solid unit. I don't know if he has the shield in them. Let's see. Yeah, he does. So for the forces of Gobbo Slayer, oh man, what a meme build. Here in the front line, he's got a whole front battle line of Zombie Pirate Gunnery Mob bombers. Now against a Dryad Rush, this might actually be okay. And in the secondary, he has some Syrenes, he has Count Noctilus, he has Mortars. So unfortunately for him, that's a huge investment in Mortars, and there's not really too many good targets for them. He does also have the Shade Wraith Gunners and some Deck Droppers in the back. Oh my goodness, what a build. What a build. Do you think Nakai is a total beast? Nakai is good, but in multiplayer, he's a little bit expensive for what he does, and the other Croc score, I think, is just better from a cost perspective. On top of that, Gobbo Slayer does have a bunch of dogs as well. So the dogs are going to be pretty important for sure, for just kind of chasing down the skirmishers, but I don't know how these bombers are going to hold up, honestly. And the mortars probably won't be super efficient, but I don't know. This is going to be interesting. There is some firepower against Noctilus, or against Durthu in the form of Noctilus, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work. I think it's very ambitious. It's an ambitious crossover. The quad mortars are a great answer against Wood Elf Archer play, but I think Hyale kind of was able to out-mind game him here and just did not bring any archers. He's just getting in there super aggressive. Oh my god. Yeah, I know, 4 mortars. I mean, they make some contact, but I just don't know. The Dryads are going to have to really just get melted by the bombers to compensate for the mortar investment. Count Noctilus probably needs to drop some summons as well, just to kind of target the advance. Yeah, so you can see here the Glade Guard are just going to fall back. The mortars should basically just switch on to the Dryads at this point. I mean, at least they're doing some damage, right? Getting a little bit of contact in there. Now, in the meantime, the first of the Wood Elves have come out of the forest here. The Wild Riders are going to be collapsing on the flank, which is going to be quite painful. Syrenes could intercept them. Shade Wraith Gunner shooting in as well. Magic damage will surpass the physical resist, but it seems like they're just not doing any damage at all. And the Bombers unleashing their first salvos here. Oh, looks like they shot, but now they're going to be falling back to the Sirens, which isn't a bad idea. Sirens kind of a cool niche pick here. Although Dryads do magic damage, so that's actually really bad. Oh man, the Dryads are just going to wreck those Sirens so badly. So on the other side, it looks like the Wild Riders have been engaged on by the Sirens, and the Scurvy Dogs actually getting a pretty good surround here. So I like this by Gobbo Slayer. He's able to get a good counterpunch here and pin down the Wild Riders a little bit, but there are the Wardens of Sithril nearby. Bombers have gotten some damage, but now things are starting to collapse pretty rapidly, and it looks like Yali Nali is going to be able to just run this army over. I just don't know how this is going to hold. It was ambitious, but like the Bombers are falling back. I don't know if he has them on skirmish mode or something, but they need to be throwing their bombs here. Like they're trying to scoot back. Yeah, you need to like turn and just throw all your pieces here. So the first Manticore summon has come down from Durthu, and Durthu's going to be closing the distance here on the Bombers, who are trying to hold the line. Deck Dropper's doing the same thing, and I mean on the other side, Noctilus is able to come over and actually push off the Wild Riders, which is quite nice. So well played there, able to secure the mortar line, relatively speaking, but I don't know if Noctilus is going to be able to carry this game and put it on his back. So one group of Dryads is going down here because the Bombers and the Sirens are able to actually win this fight here. So that's quite a nice situation. But now the Wood Elves are here. It looks like Wardens of Sithril are actually fighting the Sirens, which is actually not a bad engagement. So maybe Gobbo Slayer is getting enough good engagements to pull out some sort of witchcraft. Shade Wraith Gunners definitely need to fall back and just start reshooting here. And oh no, the big fight is coming. We have Optimus Pine facing off against Count Noctilus. Noctilus, he better clinch up and run for sure, because that's not going to be a good fight for him. So some Dryads have gotten through, and now unfortunately there's a couple mortars that are pretty much just fresh fish here. And oh, the Godzilla vs. King Kong fight. Oh man, look how much bigger Noctilus is. I always thought Durthu was like around that size, but man, Pegaleg here is pretty huge. But he has to run at this point. Who's faster actually? 45 speed against Durthu has 35. Shade Wraith Gunners opening up a huge salvo of fire here, but I feel like they're just not very good. They're just like shooting in and just doing nothing. The Manticore Summon was able to crumble down one of the mortars and really finish it off. Wild Riders coming in are able to get the other one. It's just looking really grim here, and you can see that the Wood Elves are pulling ahead in this matchup. A very, very ambitious build. Perhaps, you know, if I have to really think about it, I think that Gobbo Slayer's build would have been pretty good against like Way Watchers or any sort of archer play, because the mortars would be great, and oftentimes when people invest in a bunch of archers, they bring Eternal Guard, which the Bombers would have been very good against. So I think he just went very all in on dealing with Way Watchers and Glade Guard and things like that and Deepwood Scouts, and didn't really have the tools to deal with a rush. So Durthu here on the hunt. Balance of power is pretty heavily in the favor of the Wood Elves right now. You can see it's kind of clinching in here as the mortars are basically falling apart. Yeah, living wood versus dead wood. Decrepit wood versus hardwood. Yeah, definitely some fun stuff here. Sirens were able to do some decent work on the flanks. I was actually quite impressed with their performance, despite the fact they're fighting Dryads. Bombers are going to be scooting in as well, probably unleashing a salvo here on the Dryads if they can. But really, it's just kind of the Noctilus show now, and it is not the Noctilus of old, who can pretty much solo entire factions on his own. He's going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. So Melkos is going to be going down right here on the Wild Riders. And yeah, the Shade Wraith Gunner is probably going to be going down here. They're a very squishy unit. They have like low combat stats. Granted, they are ethereal, so they get some ward save there, but it's not going to be enough to save them. So here we go, Optimus Pine coming in for the duel. I'm really surprised at how much smaller Durthu is. I mean, geez, look how big and thick this big Necrophax is. But Durthu, obviously a far superior combatant. He's going to be whipping this big beast. He's just whipping him in the back. Oh my god. 412. So 4630, 412, yeah. And the combat stats for Durthu are just so much better. So a bunch of the zombies are going to be abandoning ship as they realize their captain is going to be going down here. Balance of power is pretty much over at this point. A very cool build. I mean, very all-in, though. That's what I would have to say from Gobbo Slayer. I think that his build was very heavily designed to deal with archers, and like, you need to have a build that's somewhat well-rounded, like has some anti-archer play, but also has the means of dealing with a rush, because a lot of Wood Elf players nowadays do rush, whether it be with Wild Riders and a Helm of Discord Dragon, Mass Dryads, and Mel Gibson, you know, even Durthu coming in. You need to be a little bit more well-rounded, I think. But yeah, it was still really fun. The Sirens did well. But I mean, yeah, in a way he did get outpicked, yes, but it's his fault. You know, you have to be well-rounded. You have to have a couple answers just in case they have a rush. Like, just mix in like a couple crabs, for example. And like cut 2 mortars, keep 2 mortars, and then mix in some, you know, crab units, Lamprey's Revenge, maybe one group of Depth Guard to clean up the Dryads, just things like that. But nonetheless, I understand going all in. You're down a game, you're playing against a very good player, take a big risk. If it pays off, it pays off. If it doesn't, who cares? Like, you took a chance, and you went out like a true hero. It was a very fun build. So Noctilus is going to be getting taken out by the tree here. The living wood shall annihilate this guy. Down he goes. Oh, Durthu. Yes. Durthu. The Count basically just shoots whatever's in front of him because he can move and shoot. Necrophax Colossus can. So that's going to be a 2-1 victory here for Hyalinale in the first match of the day. Yes, good. Yeah, you can see the beast hath fallen. And we will update the brackets, and Hyalinale will advance. Oh, no, that's not the right piece. Hyalinale will advance on to face the winner of King of the Dead and Zach B. Sane. So well played, well played. GG's. Kiale, stand by for finals. Alrighty, cool. So now we're going to get the next 2 players. Let me go ahead and tag those guys in the Discord. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and open up the lobby slots. And then for the next 2 players, we have King of the Dead facing off against Zach B. Sane, which should be very, very fun. I'm very excited to see these guys go fisticuffs. I think they're on my friends list somewhere. There's King of the Dead. I wish this Steam friends list could be bigger. It's because it's really silly. To host tournaments in this, you basically have to have people on your friends list. So like, I'm constantly having to shift people in and out of my friends list since I have a cap, which is really ridiculous. I don't know if Zach's playing under some sort of a name right now, so we'll have to find out here in a second. What's up, Falcon? Yes. The first game is underway. Hyali Nali was able to claim victory over Dr. Nick in a very fun series there. And now we're going into our next match. King of the Dead facing off against Zach. So we'll go ahead and update the scoreboards here. Hey, Imperialist Gondola. Who would win in a fistfight, Marathi or Lariel? Well, firstly, thank you so much for the donation of $25.69. That's what she said. I think that's what you're going for there. And secondly, I'd probably go with Marathi. I feel like she's got more of a chip on her shoulder, you know? Like, I feel like she'd be, like, more scrappy just because her life's been harder, you know, since her exile. All right, King of the Dead is here. He's going to be playing, it looks like, Vampire Coast in his first game, which is always fun. Yeah, I would have to put my money on Marathi for that. She probably has, like, gnarly claws, too. So King of the Dead shall go here. Let's see if Zach is having any issues joining the lobby. But first, we'll update the scoreboard. Perfect. Always donate 69 cents just to get me to say that. Eventually, I may grow tired of saying it, but this is going to be a really good match. I'm really excited to see these 2 players go. Both very intense competitors. Now for the maps, we have... What are our maps for this matchup? It looks like it's going to be Oak and Hammer, River Amazon, and then Blue Ridge River. So Oak and Hammer is a fairly open field, small map, which should be fun. Perhaps we'll see some artillery play. King of the Dead, I expect nothing less than him to come in with Vampire Coast in his first games. That would be very, very fun. And there's Oak and Hammer. Hey, Job Hendricks, love your content, Turin. Keep up the great work. Thank you, man. Right back at you. Noxzone says, I wonder if Turin is so mentally trained to add That's What She Said. So, it all began in high school. The joke. So basically, my friends and I used to go to In-N-Out like every weekend. We had one in Ventura where basically I grew up in that area. And we would always go to In-N-Out every weekend. And whenever they would call, like order number 69, my friends and I would all just like break out like just in childish like 13-year-old laughter. And like, you know, we would see who would be brave enough to say it out loud in the store. So ever since then, it has been conditioned, but in my adult life, I've been pretty good about it. You know, I just mainly, this is my outlet for it now. Yeah. It's I know it's kind of cringy, but you know, when your entire life you're dealing with that, it can become a little bit hard not to say. All right. So let's find Zach. Let's see if he's having any problems here. I'm pretty sure he's on my friends list. Unless he's playing under a different name. Some treachery. Treachery it is. I'll message him and see what's up. I really don't like the new Steam library. It's kind of weird. All right. Cool. I just got him an invite to the lobby, so he should be all good. King of the Dead says he'll be RB. Rich Roll, what's your question? Bubba's Big Blast, I suppose so. But yeah, I would still put my money on Marathi in a fight. Like, you know, if it were just like fisticuffs. No magic, right? These youngins back in the day, I know that was like almost in the 90s. It was close. That was like early, like 2001, 2002. Yeah, but I was being immature at In-N-Out. I was always very quiet and shy though, myself, up until high school. I was very nerdy. I used to just like... Because I was like a late bloomer. I didn't really hit a growth spurt until I got into high school. And become like normal looking. So I was a little bit smaller, and I remember just always playing Magic cards and just being a creature in the shadows with my D&D books and stuff. Yeah. But then in high school, I had a huge growth spurt. I mean, not huge. I'm not a big guy, but in terms of fitness and stuff, and started playing football and all that. All right. So for the first match, hello. Start when ready. And it looks like the players already worked out their matchups. I saw that in Discord. So I think we're all good to go here. And thank you guys for joining. I see we have 885 people. How's the stream? Is the quality okay? Is there lag or anything like that? From what I can see, there have been a couple dropped frames, but it was earlier in the stream, I think. I don't think we've had anything substantial. So hopefully the stream quality is okay and the games are watchable and everything. Let me know. Rich, yeah, I'll ask, sure. I don't know why. What'd you do? You must have done something, man. Acting all innocent over there. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's just getting used to it. Stream's good. All right, glad to hear that, guys. Yeah, YouTube is changing too on the back end. So basically, when you're a content creator, you're basically running a YouTube channel. There's like a whole back end interface for uploading your videos and doing all that stuff. And YouTube is like doing a full overhaul on it. So it's like really, I'm like, oh man, I'm so opposed to change. That's how I know I'm getting older. All this damn new technology. Skaven running backs would be pretty slippery for sure. Like if you got a gutter runner, but it's just like in Blood Bowl. You have Skaven running back characters. The gutter runners are like some of the most annoying characters to catch in the game. Wicked D says, King is cool and all, but let's go Zach. Yeah, Kotep's beats were too fat yesterday, Liam. I'll take a look. Maybe my bitrate's too high or something and it just keeps kind of like overtaxing it. I don't know. Sure, Rich. I'll talk to him for you. No worries. I'll see what's up, man. You need to make a video on the buffed Jawi Iron Drakes. Yeah, I do, actually. The Throng is mustard. Oh, my God. Always cheer the underdog. Bubba's Big Blast, I would not call Zach an underdog. He is really good. Like, these guys, I would say they're equally matched here, if anything. I know you guys have seen King of the Dead a lot on my channel, but Zach is just, he is a really good player. They're both really good. So you're in for a treat. I mean, basically, when you're playing against King of the Dead, the way to win against him is just to make sure you stop his hounds from getting into the cookie jar. If you can do that, typically you can win. But it's hard to do. Best multiplayer faction in your opinion? I don't know if I would say there's one that's the best. Oh man, I don't know. That's really hard to say. Probably like Dark Elves or something. I feel like Dark Elves are just always good. Yeah, they just have so many good abilities and things like that, so... Shetland Apache says, Zach, he's our dwarf. If he loses, I'll explode the wharf. Oh my god. I like that rhyme there. I have to root for the Dawi no matter what. Sorry, King. I know. It's hard to root against dwarves. Yeah, I live in Los Angeles. Yeah, I do. Mm-hmm. The thing about internet, it's very, very interesting. So in California, one of the tech capitals of the world, essentially, right? We have Silicon Valley. We have most major gaming and tech companies. We actually have really crappy internet. It's nuts. Like, we have a huge monopoly of just these terrible Comcast and just all these cable companies or whatever the hell they're called that just provide you just this throttled, overpriced, crappy internet. And it's just like, there's just random outages and they randomly throttle you. It's so bad. And like, you would think that with all this tech infrastructure, we would have like just the big papa internet. We would have the fibers, but then fibers in places like, you know, that are more rural, like, which is great. Like, lucky on them. But you'll see it like if you Google like cities that have Google Fiber and types of fiber internet, it's like very like off the beaten path places in many cases. Not always. Sometimes it's in big cities, but. And so when I was living in Northern California, I had a friend who was working with, I can't remember, it was some tech company. It was either, I think they worked for Google in some capacity, like a contractor. And they were saying that like the big companies like Comcast and all these like global tyrants who just have full monopoly here in California, basically do everything in their power to just make sure that we can't get the good internet here, so their crappy service can just reign supreme and they can keep making money. Yeah, it's just horrible. It's just horrible. So basically, that's like the whole situation here in California. We have Comcast. Who the hell do I have? I can't remember mine. Yeah, Spectrum, which I think is just like owned by them. It's like another one of them. And like, so basically, these big companies just lobby. They lobby with their just big wallets, and they just crush all these like good internet providers that could be giving us like massive upload speed. It's so stupid. Oh man, that's been one of the big factors of why I've wanted to like actually move. Bubba's Big Blast is Dallas is the same way. Major tech industry, so much Department of Defense stuff in the metro, but it's just DSL outside of. Yeah, what is that? I lived in San Jose when I was in Northern California. Yeah, I lived in San Jose, which is like in 45 minutes south of San Francisco. Are they waiting for me? He'll be back. So the players, I think King just went to go get a drink of water and use the restroom real quick, so he'll be ready to go. Yeah, it's pretty terrible. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of issues for sure. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, I know, you know, Wicked. The Wicked, Anna and I actually want to make a trip out to Colorado in the next couple months, because we're thinking about potentially moving out there. Yeah, it's like one of the places we're thinking about moving to, either Oregon, Washington, or Colorado. Those are like the 3 places we want to move eventually, because we want to, like, you know, be able to have some property and some space rather than just live in an apartment. Bubba's Big Blast, thank you so much for the $5 donation. Spectrum can go to... Oh, I agree, dude. I agree so much. Spectrum is so bad. Oh, God. I literally have to call them once a month to come fix my internet for, like, some random reason. Steve with the $5 donation. Thank you so much, Steve. Champion of the Lizardmen. So in 40k, which of the new Space Marine codexes seems to be the most powerful? Probably Iron Hands. Iron Hands... yeah, I would say Iron Hands are probably the most oppressive, in my opinion. Iron Hands are really good. Imperial Fists might actually... They're relatively new, but they might actually end up being, like, top tier, because they get +1 damage against vehicles with even their, like, bolter weaponry. It's insane. So with the Devastator Doctrine or Assault Doctrine, they can get, like, -2 AP with some of their bolt rifles against freaking vehicles, 2 damage apiece. That's so good. And the metagame is... A lot of, like, factions just spam huge vehicles, so, like, knights and things like that, so... I don't know. Hopefully that answers your question. Ben, no, I don't. Ben McCoy. It's just, I'm not, like, against it or, like, you know, anything like that, but I just, like, I don't like any I don't even really drink because I don't like substances that, like, alter the way my brain feels. Yeah. It's just kind of been something since I was a kid. Like, I've never... Even, like, sugar rushes and things like that I try and avoid. Yeah, Imperialist Gondola. Dude, I have to call Spectrum at least once every 2 or 3 weeks. And, like, they send a guy over who just, like, changes my box out, and then it works for another 2 weeks. It's ridiculous. It's so bad. Kaiser Blade 43 says, I'm not even joking. I live in an extremely poor rural county of Tennessee, and I can get 5G that never drops below 15 download. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice, man. Yeah, I've heard that both Denver and Boulder are very nice. But anyways, guys, we'll get back to trashing Spectrum and crappy internet after this match. It is time. King of the Dead facing off against Zach B. Sane. Dwarves versus Vampire Coast, Wild West shootout. So up here in the sky, it looks like we do have a couple of Fellbats. 2 Fellbats, pretty good for jumping on, you know, just Dwarven ranged pieces. Not a bad idea. King of the Dead in the front line is going to be coming in with Deckhand Mobs. Triple Depth Guard. We have a Gunnery White, a Vampire Fleet Admiral with a pistol on a crab. And it looks like a Necrofex Colossus. And then there's a couple doggos as well, because it wouldn't be King of the Dead without some scurvy dogs. So, yeah, you can see they're going to be in every corner. So, I'm sorry about that. Got disoriented on my keyboard. So, truly a King of the Dead build. Yeah, I stopped drinking coffee, too. Well, coffee I don't mind as much, but coffee actually makes my wrist problem hurt worse. It's very strange. But I've read some articles about how, like, caffeine, like, if you have, like, joint problems or things like that, it can make it worse. So... And for the Dwarves and Zach B. Sane, coming in with a Rune Lord. Pretty standard stuff. Front line's going to be Longbeards, Dwarf Warriors, Miners. We have 2 artillery pieces, a cannon protected by 2 Slayers, Thunder's in the back, or one Thunder, who's going to be backed up by Bugman's Rangers. So yeah, very cool dwarf build. And yeah, I don't know. The triple depth guard is very interesting. There's not a lot of AP in this build aside from the cannons and the slayers. So I wonder if those depth guard are going to be MVPs here. I have a feeling Zach might be able to slow them down and isolate them with the cannons before they approach. But I'm really eager to see how this build works out. Oh, it's Italian Spartacus with the $2 donation. 150 likes, 955 views. Pump those likes, bros. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, Spartacus. Yeah, but the thing is I drink a ton of water. I literally drink gallons of water a day, like so much. So I don't think it's dehydration. Yeah. But yeah, Wicked. Let's talk, man. Let's talk. I have some questions about Colorado for sure. Yeah, California. Oh man, the whole state's freaking on fire right now. It's crazy. Italian Spartacus showed me like a fire map, and it's like everywhere is on fire. It's crazy. Oh, caffeine dehydrates hard. Yeah. Oh yeah, it does. When I was working at my previous job as an athletic director, I used to have to work probably like 12 hours a day. Well, was it 12 hours a day? Let me think. Yeah, it was probably about like 10 to 12 hours a day. It was a really brutal job, and I used to just like drink like 7 or 8 cups of coffee a day, just like freaking pounding them down. Good, Spartacus, good. But yeah, the battle's about to be underway here. The triple depth guard build with a Necrofex Colossus against dwarves seems really risky. Like, I feel like the cannons from the Dawi are going to be able to just Shrek this Colossus horribly. But then again, maybe it's a distraction. He's going to like hide it in the trees, just heal it, and let the depth guard approach without taking too much damage. But yeah, the range on this bad boy is 330. Cannons are much further. Cannons have 440, so this is going to be pretty bad. So the cannon shooting in, going into the doggos in the tree line. Obviously, the first volley is just pretty much random there. Yeah, we'll see. Snarfendorf, that's pretty funny. Oh my god. So here we go. Cannons unleashing their salvos of fire upon the Vampire Coast. The Necrofex Colossus, I'm sure King of the Dead is regretting this pick now. He's like, oh god, why did I do this? I don't know what he was expecting from the Colossus. But again, he's one of those guys who really has wild picks. And if you can stop King of the Dead's Hound play, I'm telling you, it really opens up a lot of other options here. So the Rune of Wrath and Ruin is being used. It's the Master one, which is going to force those doggos back. But if those doggos don't go down here, that is wasting, a huge charge. But it looks like they're going to be taking a punishing salvo for sure, which may crumble them. So in the meantime, the doggos going to be positioning on the other side of the formation. Slayers are very well on top of the cannons. Zach B. Sane has a really nice formation. There's like no vulnerabilities really. Like he's got everything covered pretty well. Like the bats land, the Slayers will kill them very quickly. Like there's not too many weak points. So the doggos are in their classic penetration formation here, maybe thinking about getting in here and trying to get into the back. But these are Bugman's Rangers. There's not too many good targets, to be honest. Like, Zach's formation seems impenetrable almost. So Scurvy Dogs coming back here, going to be taking some heavy fire from the Bugman's Rangers. Dragonback Slayers going to be surging in. And really, the dogs can go here, but there's Slayers here. Slayers will be able to, really chop these guys down. I think right now that what King is doing is he realizes that he can't really get into any sensitive parts of the army. So he's just going to be poking, trying to keep those cannons from firing, and buying time for his Colossus. In the meantime, his other doggo is going to be coming in the back here, and basically looking for an opportunity to jump on the Thunders, which actually wouldn't be bad. But Zach is going to be getting his Thunder line, going to be switching and shooting at the Scurvy Dogs here. Yeah, the first group of Fellbats has gone down. The other one has gone down as well. So 2 groups of Fellbats gone, about 700 gold there. 1 Scurvy Dog is gone as well. So, so far, King of the Dead has lost a substantial amount of gold, probably close to 1,500. And now he's going to be surging in with the Vampire Fleet Admiral. Depth Guard are pretty much the last hope here. Are they going to be able to pay their dues? I don't think that Zach has too many great tools against them. And you can see here, King is going to be pulling those guys back because they do overextend, because they're much faster than the deckhand mobs here. 1 group of Scurvy Dogs looks to be kind of trying to get in the front line here, but I think that at this point, King probably wants to just get the Scurvy Dogs and be careful with them and just wait till the late game to maybe chase some stuff and wait till the battle's developed. Yeah, the Scurvy Dog's taking a pounding here. The Colossus is doing some okay damage too, though. Slayers have taken some casualties here. This cannon's taken a little bit of damage, but for the most part, this has been a really, really good showdown here for the dwarves so far. So these dogs running, the crab in the front taking some cannon fire right to the face. Zach B. Sane, just very, very rock-hard dwarven defensive formation. Longbeards here, Longbeards, Dwarf Warriors. Yeah, it looks like it's mostly Longbeards in the front with a couple Dwarf Warriors, but the Colossus is still going. He's shooting in quite happily, and he has gotten some damage. You can see a lot of damage across the dwarven line, and some of the doggos finally do get into the back, so it looks like some of the Scurvy Dogs are going to be jumping on the Bugman's Rangers, just bouncing back and forth, basically, trying to stress the micro of the dwarves, but really he needs to get those Depth Guard into battle. Those guys need to start grinding, they need to start getting through that front line, fighting Slayers, things like that, and it looks like King is advancing with the zombies first, who won't do a whole lot here. Nice play here from the Gunnery Wight. Gunnery Wight is going to be sniping the Rune Lord, which is great usage. Gunnery Wights are amazing sniper characters, amazing. I know, zombies are really slow, but, you know, that they're unbreakable, they're dirt cheap, they should be slow. And, yeah, Zombie Pirate Deck and Mobs are a really good unit. So he's going into the Vampire Caster. Not sure what he's doing here. Looks like he's going to be summoning some zombies somewhere. What's he doing? Where are the zombies going? Master Rune of Wrath and Ruin going down. You better pray, man. This is going to be a dangerous situation. So some more Scurvy Dogs coming in from King of the Dead. I think he's trying to pull the Slayers forward, like trying to get them away from the cannon, but Zach is just so disciplined here. He leaves the Slayers, but here comes some more Scurvy Dogs. So King of the Dead, King of the Hounds, more like it. Going to be getting some Doggos into the back line on top of Bugman's Rangers, but there's Miners back here. There's just like, Zach always has something ready to protect his back line, which is very, very impressive. So here the Vampire Fleet Admiral is going to be popping that Opal Amulet to give him a little bit of a juicy ward save, which is quite important here. And some of the Doggos, oh, nice play by King. He finally finds an opening here, and the Scurvy Dogs are able to get onto one of the Dawi cannons, and they're tearing it to shreds. So beautiful play by King, who is on the ropes right now. And it looks like finally his persistence here has taken out double cannons. So one cannon taken out, the other one taken out as well. And that's what King of the Dead needs to get back in the game. So he gets that cannon down, beautiful play. He has Depth Guard in the front line, who will easily beat Longbeards and Dwarf Warriors. They're pretty powerful themselves, but both cannons are being chewed up. So this one cannon, oh, they're going to come back online, though. He didn't fully get the crew off. So one of them actually shatters. He is able to shatter that crew there. And also, you have to remember, King is getting some pretty steady value here from the Gunnery White, who's just sniping this Rune Lord. And is the Colossus still alive? No, it looks like the Colossus got killed. Yeah, I see the remnants of the zombie crew back there. Depth Guard is starting to break through the front line, and, you know, maybe, just maybe, King is going to be able to grind his way back into this game. That would be insane. That would be really insane. So Depth Guard, as far as kills, up to 20 here. These ones have 18. The other ones have 17. They're getting into the back line, and now Slayers have to fight Depth Guard, which is pretty much a nightmare situation for the Dwarves, as the Slayers are going to be taking huge damage, and Depth Guard are pretty heavily armored. Oh, that is a heavy metal shot as the blasting charges come in, just lighting the field ablaze. But nonetheless, Depth Guard should be pretty good against Slayers. You can see their high DPS against light armor really tearing through that formation very quickly. And I think that King might be methodically working his way back into the game. So what needs to happen here for Zach is he needs to get a good firing concave and just take out those freaking Depth Guard. Like, focus them down with everything he can. Maybe not try and focus down the Vampire Fleet Admiral. I think the Bugman's Rangers just shooting at the Depth Guard here is a good choice, for sure. What do the Dwarves have in the back? They have a Rune Lord. They have some Miners left. I mean, most of their frontline troops are committed. 34 Dragonback Slayers. It looks like this cannon is going to be forced off once again by a summon. And man, if King could have kept that Colossus alive, that would have been pretty big for sure. Like, man, if that thing was still alive, that would be huge. So good focus fire from the Thunders here. And yeah, this is probably a good idea, actually, getting the Thunders to focus down the Vampire Fleet Admiral. It's going to force out invocations, other things like that. King needs to be very careful to make sure not to lose this Crabbo. But the Depth Guard are pushing through, but the focus fire here from the Bugman's Rangers and other troops and just the volume of Dawi infantry seems to be wearing these guys down. You can see these brave Dwarf Warriors going to be surging in to stop these Vampire Berserkers. And it looks like they're trying to surge through and get on top of the Bugman's Rangers, which at this point, I mean, isn't too important because they're almost out of ammo anyways. But it looks like these Depth Guard are going to be crumbling, and the Bugman's Rangers just focusing down the Vampire Fleet Admiral. Depth Guard are doing well for sure. I mean, up to a decent amount of kills, 68. Wait for it. 69, that's what she said. And doing pretty good there, and I just don't know. I think that King's army here is just crumbling. The Dawi were able to get too much value early on. They really killed all the skirmishing units, all the hounds, all the dogs, took out the Colossus, and though the Depth Guard eventually did their job and broke through the initial formation of the Dwarves, there just wasn't enough left of other threats. There was a couple Scurvy Dogs. The Colossus investment, I think, was a huge bust. I think maybe had the Colossus been, the money on the Colossus been spent on more rush units, like Mournguls, to kind of pressure in the flanks when the Depth Guard engaged, things like that, it could have been a very different game. But I just think really the Colossus pick cost him the game in many ways. So Depth Guard here going to be crumbling down. The proud Dawi holding firm against the disgusting Vampire Coast. And you can see here that these Depth Guard are going to be meeting their end rather soon at the hand of the Dragonback Slayers. Are they weak to fire? No, I don't think they are. No, wait. Yes, they are. Yeah, they're weak to fire. Oh, that's because Dragonback Slayers are imbuing the fire weakness, which is okay. I was like, I don't remember them being weak to fire like that. So the Slayers here are going to be hunting down the Crab Lord. Balance of power very, very heavily in the favor of the Dawi here. I know, very dissatisfied dwarf like that one. That was good. But there you go. The Dwarves going to be taking this. Zach B. Sane with Game 1 over King of the Dead, and a very solid match. That was really fun to watch. Super unorthodox build from King. But I think the Colossus did cost him. I just don't think it was able to pay for itself, and it just gave the Dwarves too much value for free. The grudge settled. Some of the Dwarf counts. And here comes the Rune Lord, going to be coming in to finish off this Gunnery White. Oh, look at the Dwarves taking out that Vampire. Glorious stuff. I always like a good Dwarven victory. Feels good. Feels good. Yeah, the Colossus was an odd choice. I'm not sure, because Dwarves in that matchup almost always bring ranged assets plus cannons. So I'm trying to think what the Colossus could do. I really actually liked the innovation of the triple depth guard. It actually did pretty good. Like, I think had he had some follow-up, maybe cut like one dog in the Colossus and get like 2 Mourngulls, I think 2 Mourngulls collapsing on the flanks would have been very devastating. Plus, he could have like hid them because they have stock. I think there was a couple things that could have gone much better for sure. So that's going to be game 1 going to Zach Busane. GG. So the next map is going to be River Amazon, I believe. I think that's what it is. And let's find the map. Country roads. Let's do it to it. So King of the Dead is going to be on the Tomb Kings, no surprise here. And we'll see what Zach Busane is going to be picking next. These 2 fine gentlemen decided to do a gentleman's agreement, so they're not doing picks and bans. They both just basically picked matchups they're both happy with. Although Vampire Coast usually has a hard time against dwarves. I'm surprised he was willing to take that one. Let me make sure this is the right map here. And it is going to be River Amazon. Yes, I am correct. First Dark Elves. Okay. Okay, this is a fun matchup. I like this one quite a bit, actually. So Shetland Apache brings up a good point, a very, very articulate and well thought out point. I think he was trying to save the Colossus. After the cannons died, it would win the game. Yes, that is true. Oh, with the Gunnery White refilling its ammo. That's a really good point, Shetland. It just seems so risky, though, you know? Against double cannon, or, I mean, when I play against Vampire Coast, I almost always bring like 2 cannons, sometimes even 3. But I guess that's just my playstyle. But yeah, Shetland, that's a really good point, man. That's a really, really good point. So yeah, perhaps a bit of an illumination as to his thought process and strategy there. Yeah. So maybe hiding at the back would have been good. Just like, yeah, because had it not taken that damage early, if he just hit it until like the cannons were compromised by all his skirmishers, it could have won the game. You're right. Yeah, it took a long time to take out those cannons for sure. What's up, Danzis? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, my friends. Life is good. It's the weekend. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything here. We're all good. Perfect. All right, so we got Dark Elves versus Tomb Kings. Probably good to be seeing repeater crossbows. Maybe even Shades. I'm actually a huge fan of Shades in this matchup because they do pretty good damage against constructs, and they can also fight in the late game against like chaff and stuff if there's like a bunch of skeletons left. Maybe Zach will bring some Shades, some shady play. We'll see. I really did like the triple depth guard. I felt like that was a really cool innovation, though. Like, you don't see that too often, but, like, dwarves often aren't going to bring great weapon infantry against Vampire Coast, so they're not going to have a ton of AP. Granted, their focus fire can really get a ton of value off depth guard, but, something to think about. Quintuple bloated corpses. The thing is, you can only bring so many bloated corpses. So the Necrofex Colossus is very different than the Bone Giant. The Bone Giant is more of an anti-large specialist, whereas the Colossus is kind of like more of an all-rounder. The Colossus can shoot while moving, which is really nice, so it's a little bit more mobile. The Bone Giant has to stick and move. So, yeah. Dawi do have some really bad matchups, for sure. That's what's kind of weird about picking them in tournaments is, like, if you can get the good matchups with them, they're really powerful. But, like, in some matchups, they just have a horrid time. And you have to go really off meta. So, King of the Dead ready already. Who is a bad matchup for the Dwarves? I think Beastmen are kind of rough for them. I think Chaos isn't the best. I think High Elves kind of sucks because they can just like use the Nobles on Chariots and like use healing with Alariel and White Lions and freaking all sorts of good stuff. Dark Elves is a horrible matchup for Dwarves, I think. I think like Dark Elves are just so good against them. Yeah. I don't think High Elves is good for them. Steve, thank you for the $5 donation. He says, move to northern Idaho, much better than Colorado. You get 10 acres and raise your own food. You know, I'm not much of a farmer. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. That's interesting, though. I've never really looked into Idaho, but yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Ann and I are exploring places to live. Steve, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate it, man. Hopefully we'll get you some more Lizardmen games today. I know you love those bad boys. River Amazon does have some places to hide. I wonder what King is going to do. Is he going to go for like a blitz or Shopty Great Bows? Yeah, it's hard to say. Mr. Nyatek, he says, I'm watching this on 144p on a phone. It feels like a radio transmission. If you were even wondering, you would make a good radio host. Thank you, man. You know, I've often wanted to like get into radio hosting stuff. I think that'd be really fun. Just like talk about just nonsense. Steve says, we plan on raising fallow deer up there. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, there's a real charm to that kind of a lifestyle, you know? Yeah, Steve, thank you, man. Go to Alaska for a 10K payout. Does Alaska have fiber internet? And again, I don't know. Because basically we need to move somewhere where Anna would have like good work opportunities, and I don't know if Alaska would be the place for that. Yeah, Aaron had some great wins. Absolutely. All right, so for the forces of King of the Dead, let's go ahead and take a look here in the front line. It's going to be all Tombguard, followed up by Ushabti, which is pretty good. Tombguard are going to be a nice anchor piece. Ushabti pretty good against most Dark Elf infantry. Not the best against Spear infantry, obviously, because of the anti-large, but if they're stacked on Tombguard, they should be fine. Ark in the Black, a great choice. Spirit Leech and Buna, can't complain. Because if the Dark Elves do come in with Blackguard and Nagaron, anything elite, Fade Buna is going to just be a game winner. He does also have a Tomb Prince, so pretty good anti-large. Probably enough to fend off Malekith if they fight together. On top of that, we have a couple groups of Nehekar Horsemen, 2 groups of Chariots, a couple Archers, including the Blessed Legion of Demonetization, and it looks like some Spears on the flank. So pretty cool little army here. Chariot play, nice kind of pressure from the sides here with the Nehekar Horsemen, and really good Fade Buna play, of course, is going to be crucial to dealing with these Blackguard. I like that quite a bit. Hey, Turin, which Elvish faction is most competitive for multiplayer? I don't know, I would say Dark Elves probably. Yeah. Yeah, it's true, Goktham. You raise a point. You raise a point, my friend. And for the Dark Elves, who are going to be led by Zach B. Sane, who's currently up 1-0. So if Zach takes this game, he will be advancing on to the Grand Finals. He's got Blackguard here. He's got 3 of those. He does also have a couple Spearmen on the flanks. Yeah, the Blackguard are super good against Tomb Kings, but again, the Ushabti Grapos, Fade Buna type effects can be very cost-effective against them. In the back, he does have the double Bolt Throwers. So the Bolt Throwers are basically a natural counter against Ushabti Grapo play, but since King didn't bring any and he doesn't have too many high-value constructs, the Bolt Throwers actually won't be super impactful this game. I mean, they won't be bad, but it's not going to be like a game changer. Sisters of Singing Doom for Rampage in the back, Dread Spears, and it looks like Big Papa Malekith up in the sky. And in the forest, he does have these Slaanesha's Harvesters, which are just an ace of a unit, one of the best RORs in the game. So as far as my predictions go, I think it's going to be a good match. It really depends on how the Chariots can do. Are they going to get good penetration? Are they going to be able to run into the backs of the Black Guard and these other troops? Are they going to get rampaged and dragged down? Are they going to get caught by Slaanesha's Harvesters? We'll find out here. A Total War Warhammer podcast? I would do it. Would you guys listen? The Magic the Gathering stream probably will be Sunday night. Yeah, probably tomorrow night. I actually recorded a couple Magic videos, like just regular videos. So those will be going up in sometime in the week as well. Yeah. Well, I lived in Poland for 3 months, actually. It was really fun. I had a great time. I lived there for as long as my tourist visa would allow me to. Pierogi was eaten. Wild boars were spotted in the forests. Yeah, it was fun. Come to Tennessee, we have grass. I've never been to Tennessee, actually. I've been to most of the coastal cities because my dad lives in New York City. So I've been like over there, but I haven't been like too much in between aside from Texas. Saib no, I wouldn't. I appreciate the honesty, man. Alex Neves, North Carolina should be considered. The Triangle has a lot of employment and a lot of tech industry. Also good Central Atlantic location. Thank you, man, for the feedback. I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, perhaps the podcast shall be explored. All right, so the Bolt Throwers are going to be opening up here on top of the Ushabti, which is a good target. Obviously, there's not too many other choice targets. He could go after the Tomb Prince. That might not be a bad idea as well. Hard to say, because getting rid of the Tomb Prince actually is pretty substantial, because if you kill the Tomb Prince, look at it this way, what's going to deal with Malekith? In this army, there's not a whole lot to deal with Malekith aside from the Archers, so if Zach is able to get Malekith and focus down the Archers with, Gaze of Malice and Breath Attacks and things like that, I don't know, it's going to be a little bit tricky. So the first Faded unit has been cast here on the Blackguard. Really good cast for sure. Ark in the Black is probably going to be summoning some skeletons back here to attack the Sisters and get onto the Reaper Bolt Thrower. But it looks like he's going in for a freebie here, trying to get a couple models here with Ark in the Black before there's reinforcements nearby. And yeah, the Faded unit paying huge dues for sure. But they do have charge defense, so, I think what he's doing is he's trying to, that is so good. So what King is doing is he's getting them out of their charge defense, at which point the Chariots will actually get their charge bonus and be able to pull through. So when a unit's fighting, it doesn't get its charge defense. That was a pretty sweet tactic for sure, but I think he's going to pay a pretty high toll for it. The Skeleton Chariots might get caught out here, but it looks like some of them might be able to get away. And Malekith was also able to get some really good damage onto the Tomb Prince. But in the meantime, King is just kind of Tokyo drifting back and forth, and I don't know, that's some pretty good damage. Those Blackguard really took a beating, and the other ones are getting focused down by the Blessed Legion, and the Chariots are able to pull through. So though he did take some casualties, I would say that was a pretty good opening for King of the Dead. He's really able to polish off a lot of these elite units, which is going to be quite substantial. A huge Soul Stealer going down from Malekith, either him or the Slaanesha's Harvesters, and at this point I think the Tomb Prince plus Archon need to get away. That's a losing situation with the Slaanesha's Harvesters and those elite troops in there. It's going to be a dicey engagement. So it looks like there's going to be a Skeleton Summon going down from Archon the Black as he retreats. And the Harvesters are also taking quite a bit of damage as well. The Skeleton Summon really pounding those guys out. So Malekith looks to be working his way to the back line. I think he's going to Gaze of Malice or maybe Breath Attack here. Yeah, here comes Gaze of Malice. Going to be hitting these Skeleton Archers. Really good cast right there. Oh, look at that damage. Devastating. And then if he gets a Breath Attack on the Blessed Legion, that is going to be Value City. But the Blackguard in the front are getting crumped pretty freaking hard. I mean, this one group is wavering. They're breaking. The other group is like barely holding on. Nice dodge by King of the Dead. He's able to actually dodge that Breath Attack here with the Blessed Legion. Oh no, but another Soul Stealer going down perhaps. Yes, great cast there by Zach. That was an amazing cast. It hits Archon, it hits these guys, hits the Skeletons. It's going to be crumbling off these Horsemen. That was a beautiful cast for sure. So in the meantime, you can see this Blackguard of Nagaron group is going to be wavering. Should be breaking relatively soon. They're at negative 22. They're broken. And now the Skeletons are going to be getting back towards these Bolt Throwers. Balance of Power is actually still in the favor of the Dark Elves. And I think it's because Archon plus his Tomb Prince here are so beat up. And Malekith is just in impervious shape. He's just the God King flies. And he's going to be able to do a ton of damage for sure. The Ushopti are in good shape though. The backline is being pressured pretty hard. Malekith thinking about this engagement here, but Archon plus the Tomb Prince could Rampage him because the Tomb Prince does have the Rampage curse, so I think that's what he's being very careful about. The Chariots are doing okay work. He still has 6 and 5. He has left them in combat with spears here though. He needs to pull those guys back and maybe slam into the front of these Blackguard here. If he could eliminate all the Blackguard, that would actually be really strong. So great game by both players so far, but Malekith is an absolute monster of a unit. And it looks like he might be dropping another Soul Stealer. No, that's actually Word of Pain. So the Ushopti and company have gotten into the back line, but it looks like Malekith should be able to kind of help clean this up. Yeah, Dark Elves are just such a strong faction. Soul Stealer just a game-breaking ability. It's just so damn good. Malekith here, yeah, he should be able to crump these guys pretty good, but Archon's coming in to fight. I don't know about this. That's really dangerous. He might try and Rampage Malekith using the curse from the Tomb Prince, but I think you got to be careful and just save Malekith for later. Like, that's a big, big kind of obstacle to go down. Okay, so one of the curses is going down here. Fate of Buna as well, and the Sisters of Singing Doom is a great cast for sure. Chariot slamming into the spears is also quite nice. Gaze of Malice coming in from Malekith should hurt some of these Tomb Guard. Very, very nice cast. Man, both these players are playing a super tight game here. And the Summoned Ushopti are able to finish off the other Bolt Throwers. So now the balance of power is actually pretty even. And we have Archon the Black with Liber Mortis, Tomb Strike active, all the goodies just popped, going in for the 2v1 fight against Malekith. And while that Liber Mortis is active, this is their opportunity. And it looks like the Tomb Kings might be kind of getting their way back in the game as the Blackguard are basically just 100% crumped off. Nagakar Horsemen in the back definitely need to make sure to protect these archers if they can, and King of the Dead does respond pretty quickly, getting a nice counter charge here against those against these Slaanesha's Harvesters. Wrong Horsemen. So here we have that big old pit fight. Malekith is actually getting dragged down here, guys. Archon the Black dropping his Spirit Leech, that Tomb Prince just holding on for dear life, not going down at all, and Malekith is starting to really take a beating. He's down to 2,800 HP. Archon the Black is pretty healthy. The Tomb Prince probably has 1 or 2 blows left, which is probably enough to actually, finish off Malekith. The Chariots now have really good battlefield control. And it looks like King of the Dead going to be using the Chariots to pin in Malekith. Oh, nice pin right there. He pins in Malekith, and that means that the Tomb Prince and Archon going to get a couple more attacks. Outstanding micro by King of the Dead. Man, just great stuff. Both these players putting on a showcase here. So Malekith down to 1,500 HP. Oh, is that a Soul Stealer? That could be really big. Is it? What witchcraft is it? It is going to be a Soul Stealer from Malekith, but it looks like he might be breaking as some Tomb Guard are going to be coming in. The Tomb Prince here is going to be going down probably to Soul Stealer. He has 7 HP. He goes out like an absolute champion. But Malekith is just in the danger zone as Skeleton Archers now turn to focus him down, which is really smart. He needs to put everything he has into Malekith and finish him off before he can heal up. And it looks like another Skeleton Summon coming down from Archon the Black. Very, very clutch stuff. And wow, look at that in the back. The Nehakar Horsemen are actually able to beat the Slaanesha's Harvesters in that engagement. Malekith is broken, and King of the Dead is going to be tying up this series. What a game. Outstanding stuff. That was a really, really fun match. And here you can see Archon the Black going to be chasing off Malekith. The Chariot pin was just so masterful. Getting those Skeleton Chariots, pinning in Malekith there was just so clutch. So freaking clutch. That like single-handedly won him the game, I think. So the Skeleton Archers are out of ammo for the most part. Blessed Legion isn't the worst in melee combat. I suppose they have some combat stats. Archon the Black going to be chasing off Malekith. Chariots should be able to clean up the scraps, and I can only imagine that that is going to be army losses relatively soon. There are some spears fighting in the distance, but I mean, the Chariots will be able to get them. Tomb Guard can easily kill them. I mean, there's plenty of assets to take them out. I mean, if Malekith maybe has enough for another Soul Stealer, I doubt it though. There's already been 2 this game, like 2 or 3. One of them I think was from the Harvesters, but he's back. I mean, if he could kill Archon, maybe. Just maybe. But, I mean, how is he going to be able to deal with the King Nikesh's Scorpion Legion? Probably not that well. So I think at this point, King needs to just go finish these guys off. Just maybe take out the Sisters of Singing Doom, take out the Dread Spears, and from there, Malekith is really not going to be able to do a whole lot. So Chariot's coming in here. Sisters are broken. There's one model left. Those guys do get a nice brace there. Zach very quick on that brace, but I think they might have gotten their charge bonus. It was hard to tell. Ark the Blackened Company coming in, and I would imagine Arkin might actually get another Spirit Leech here. So as long as Arkin doesn't get like gooned out by Malekith like instantly, if he could like survive one blow and drag Malekith into spears, he should be okay. And yeah, you can see he's going to be falling back here. You got to respect Malekith for sure. He's a terror. And you can see the balance actually normalizing. I mean, if the Dark Elves can unify their forces and get a Bolt Thrower back online, oh, maybe. Oh, no, King! Oh, no, that Gaze of Malice was brutal! Oh, that hit everything. Tomb Guard, the Blessed Legion. Thankfully for him, though, yeah, he might have a Breath Attack left. We're not sure. If the King Nikesh's Scorpion Legion can hold firm, maybe. Oh, man, this is a tense game. I'm, like, nervous for this. Yeah, he probably still has his Breath Attack, actually, now that we think about it. I think we only saw one, like, in the beginning. Because he dodged it with that. No, yeah, you can see he's lining up the Breath Attack here. He's thinking about it. He's like, oh. But in the meantime, though, you got to be careful. Oh, there it is. He does have the Breath Attack. It's confirmed. It's confirmed. The Dark Elves might still get this. But if Arkin the Black gets a single Spirit Leech, I'm pretty sure it's over. I don't know what the Winds of Magic situation's like. He did use 2 Fated Bunas. Oh, brutal Breath Attack. Coming in against the King Nikesh's Scorpion Legion. Putting them down to 7 leadership. These Chariots are a godsend here for King. As long as he doesn't lose those. So here comes the Skeleton Chariots pulling back, running from Malekith. Oh my god. Are the Dark Elves going to come back? I really thought it was over. I thought it was 100% over when Malekith was broken. So those Dread Spears are broken off. The Chariots are still running. King needs to make sure to get those Bolt Throwers, though. If those Bolt Throwers actually get functional again, that could actually just be it. Like, if they're able to start shooting at Arkin the Black here. So there must be a freaking Spirit Leech available. The staff, the Lich Staff does actually give him, or the staff of, what is that thing called? His staff does give him Winds of Magic access, which is nice. The last of the Chariots is broken off, but the balance of power is ebbing back in the favor of the Tomb Kings. As, you know, most of the Dark Elf units are very beat up here. Stand Your Ground is popped to keep these 4 or 5 Blackguard fighting, I think. How many do we have left? 4 of them? And they shatter instantly. And now just get the Bolt Thrower crew. Don't let that bad boy. And there's the Spirit Leech, which should seal the deal. So you can see his HP is going to be ticking down. There is a chance he can resist the damage, as is the case with Spirit Leech, but... Oh, Breath Attack coming in! Oh! It does make contact! And the Spirit Leech only really got one good tick on Malekith. So, not the most devastating, but it might be enough. He's wavering himself. And it looks like there's going to be some Witchcraft going down with the Word of Pain. I think he's taking the fight. He's got to go in before Malekith like wavers and breaks. So he goes in for Arkin the Black. Arkin trying to juke, but he's going to turn around and fight now. So Arkin gets the engagement. -6 on Malekith. He breaks him. And there you have it. King of the Dead is going to normalize the series. There's no way those Dread Spears can win this at this point. I'm calling it now, boys. I'm calling it now. Oh my god. So the Dread Spears here have 50 models, I guess. I mean, maybe if Malekith comes back. I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, they're going to break here. Wavering due to army losses. And that's game. King of the Dead winning game 2. What an outstanding battle. That was really fun. I really want a game 3, but this comeback, though, I know. Well, you get your game 3. So King of the Dead normalizing the series here, and now we're going on to the rubber match, the tiebreaker. The tiebreaker. It begins. Let satisfy the grudge. All right. And there we go. So for the last one, we're going to be on Blue Reach, which is I actually don't like this map that much because it kind of encourages forest camping, but I'm like, I need to switch up the maps. I need to use new maps. Wow, that was a great game, wasn't it, guys? That was a great one. GG, well played. So it's going to be King on Chaos, not playing an Undead faction. I thought he might go for the spooky vampire counts. I thought he might. Yes, it begins. It begins. So it's going to be Chaos vs. Orcs. All right, this is going to be fun. I know Zach is a very, very good Orcs player. Yeah, this map's fun if people don't camp in the forest, but based on the fact that it's Chaos vs. Orcs, I don't think that's going to be an issue. Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna start switching up the maps more often, guys. Peak Pass is good. Yeah, Peak Pass, okay. Forsaken spam? Probably not, because most greenskin players do bring Black Orcs in this matchup, and Forsaken just get crumped by Black Orcs, like, into another dimension. But yeah, we'll be starting our series of trying to make bad units work. Today was our first entry with the Forsaken, which was quite a bit of fun. Yeah, the Chaos maps aren't bad. They're good open field maps. Soul Stealer is so good. It's such a good ability. Shetland Apache, I 100% agree. This map does allow for a lot of strategic movement. I agree with you 100%. I just had a couple like cases of trauma with this map where like I remember I was like hosting an ECL like in the early days or a flash tournament or something, and it also happened in Never Chosen where like one player will just like sit in the forest if their opponent has like a bunch of cav, and I'm just like, oh my god, and then it's like, you know, just this, they have like one skirmisher unit like throwing spears just to follow the rules, and it's like, yeah, I need to fix the door. Yeah, Brainbust is a really good spell. It's incredibly good. One of my favorites actually. Just archers and axe throwers. Yeah, there's a pretty good skirmish phase. Gray Forever, what are your thoughts on the new OC Bone Reapers? Dude, I have no idea. I haven't looked at them, so I'll have to take a look. Hobby, are Razordons competitive in any setting? I think they're pretty weak in general, but I mean, maybe some niche applications after their buffs, but... Yeah, Shetland, rule abusers make you never want to see this map, dude. I 100% agree. And now that we have a pretty big crew here, we have 1,276 people. So for the next seasons of the Eternal Challenger League, we are going to be doing, we're going to be opening up the format. So basically, every qualifier, it might be once every 2 weeks, I'm not sure, but once a week, we'll see. Every qualifier is going to be a 16 or 32-man tournament. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet, but it's going to be open-ended. So like people can just join. I'm just going to put a link in the Discord and people can join. And then the top 4 players who make it to the finals are going to get casted, essentially. So it's going to be like one of the more similar to the community tournaments where we can get more people involved. So I'm very excited for the next season. It's going to be really fun. White Lines are a great unit, no cookies. I know a lot of people think they're not great, but I'm a huge fan of them, actually. My favorite faction? From a lore perspective, Empire and Dwarves. To play right now, I've actually really been enjoying Greenskins quite a bit. Archaon versus Grimgor? I don't think so. Archaon's much better than Grimgor. No, this is the second best of 3. We have Hyali Nale waiting in the finals for the winner of this game. Yeah, so yeah, next season, we're going to have, each qualifier is going to probably, if we can get enough people, we'll have 32 people. And the top 4 will be casted at the end of the day. So it's going to be a really fun opportunity for, because now it's like, I want it to be more open-ended, right? And getting just 4 people isn't the most fun. Yeah. Ben, I like to play vanilla campaign because I haven't played all the vanilla campaigns yet. So to me, it's still fresh. And secondly, if a new player buys the game and is like looking at my channel, I want them to see what the game actually is. And they can then later explore the mods themselves. But I want them to have the experience of the normal game. White Lines are good. They're not bad. They're not a bad unit. They're not like great in every matchup, but they're decent. We'll get a Discord link. Grimgor won in the Storm of Chaos. Yeah, he must be better. Correct. Yeah, I'd love the Orcs to get a rework. I would play the hell out of that. Like, their campaign's kind of lackluster now. Like, the WoW mechanic, like, it's really annoying how it works. Oh, I know Grimgor did win in lore, but in the end, Archaon came back and ended the world, so who truly is the winner? Yeah. Yeah, I'll try and make Razordons work, yeah. I did Forsaken today. I'm going to be going through my list of terrible units and trying to, like, do videos with each of them. Yeah, I actually think the Grimgor versus Archaon headbutt thing was, like, retconned. Hey, Misha, thank you for dropping the link. Really appreciate it. Down to Goblin Town. It's been a good run today, guys. It's been a good run. Yeah, Grimgor is a pretty sad case. Oh, yes, the spawn. Oh, but the giant in the spawn. So, we'll let the players deploy for a second before we carry on here. And we'll take a look at their armies once they're deployed. I know it's kind of like when you're trying to analyze armies while they're deploying, sometimes it's like they're just jumping around. And it's like, can't see anything. Saying the lore is overwritten. His mezcal. Yes. The AK Claw campaign, I still haven't done the last episode. I probably should. You know, after I finish, what's his name? Katep, I'll probably go back and finish AK Claw. Yeah, we'll see. Make Eldest Chariots work. I'm good. All right, so for the Forces of Chaos, it's going to be Chaos Marauders mixed in with Chaos Warriors with Grey Opens, Mirror Guard. Yeah, pretty standard stuff. A couple AP units, which I think is quite good. Just, you need something to deal with Black Orcs or at least put up a fight against them, because if you stack the Weird Spawn on top of like these Chaos Infantry, they'll sunder the armor of the elite units. But Weird Spawn and Chaos Spawn in general are actually pretty good against light armor. So if you're fighting against like just anything but Black Orcs, they can do some pretty good DPS. On top of that, we do have Sartorial. He's not going to be going for the Final Transmutation. As a matter of fact, he's going for more of the kind of debuff build, using the Searing Doom, Plague of Rust, Glittering Robes. Glittering Robes can be kind of cool. You can actually give Spawn some pretty good armor. Up in the sky, we have a Chaos Manticore, and it looks like a Vanguard of some Chaos Boarhounds with Poison. So yeah, very much like a Spawn Rush build with a Manticore. Yeah, a couple sources of terror. You have Sartorial. You do also have the Chaos Feral Manticore, so there are a couple ways to terror out off the greenskins, which is quite cool. And now for the gits, the boys, the lads. Lads. We have Azag up in the sky. Whoa, and Azag does not have Spirit Leech or Buna. Zach just getting hog wild here, so it looks like he's going for some routing tactics. He has Doom and Darkness plus the aspect of the Dread Knight. That's really interesting. He must have a Goblin Shaman somewhere, maybe to shoot some missiles. Savage Orcs in the front line mixed in with Night Goblins, so pretty low tier troop quality, but he does have Giants and Squigs backing them up, so that's like with Wa as a force multiplier, that front line will be nasty. Like the Squigs plus Savage Orcs plus the Giants will be able to crump the Chaos Infantry with a properly timed Wa. So that's very, very strong. Plus the shock damage of that, teamed up with Azag's leadership debuffs, could really break off that greenskin front, or the Chaos front line. A couple groups of skirmishers, Goblin Wolf Riders right here. Probably good to be hunting down some hounds. And that's pretty much it with a couple of Skulkers in the back. No missile play. Like this is just going straight up fisticuffs. Lady Turin is the best. Correct. Yeah, Grimgor is pretty sad. He's a sad lad. Richard Turner, welcome to your first live stream, or your first in a long time. It's good to have you here, man. And here we go, man. These are very strange builds for sure. I mean, Chaos Spawn, and then for the greenskins you have Azag with no Spirit Leech effects, which is normally very good against Chaos, but perhaps it's a bit of a tech against Sartorial, because Sartorial is like super high magic resist. But Buna is usually pretty good against Chaos, because you can just like crump down their great weapons. And no Black Orcs either. Instead, a Giant. I actually think Giants have really made a comeback. Like their cost reduction, and like in a bunch of matchups, Giants are really oppressive actually. So, pretty cool stuff. Make Grimgor great again, yeah. And guys, this is the second best of 3. We still have the grand finals coming. It's going to be good and tasty. So Warlords boys, Savage Orcs. We got Squig Herds. I actually really like Squig Herds. They're pretty cool. Like, you stack them with Savage Orcs, you kind of cover all your bases, right? Savage Orcs kill light armored stuff. Squig Herds stacked on top, kill the armored stuff. It's a really, really cool combo. I think it's going to be incredibly fun. So yeah, King of the Dead with the Chaos Spawn Rush. And Zach with the Squig Savage Orc Beatdown. Jake, I make probably like 90% of them. Yeah. Yeah, I make most of them, yeah. Grimgor is bad even in campaign. Yeah, he's not terribly impactful. Unfortunately, like Footlords really need to have some good abilities to be super good. Yeah, Giants are good. Giants are really good. I mean, not against Powder or Bow factions, but like against like other brute force factions like Beastmen, Chaos, like Giants are just like, oh my god. Have fun dealing with that. So the battle's underway here. Looks like the first of the skirmishing is underway. As King of the Dead does get his Chaos Poison Warhounds to jump to the Goblin Wolf Riders, but Wolf Riders might be able to do okay in that matchup, but it looks like when they started to retreat there, they actually took a lot of casualties, and now they're wavering. Although greenskins do have some Squigs nearby, so I think just engaging in combat and then pulling in some reinforcements against the Hounds is probably better. Oh, but they actually break, so King might be able to get a freebie here, but no, he has to pull back. So those Wolf Riders will get forced back. And basically the Wolf Riders are just there to chase down like Marauder Horsemen and things like that, I would imagine. They're shielded, they're cheap, they can hunt Marauder Horsemen, they're very quick. And yeah, pretty cool stuff. So we do, of course, have Azag flying over there to scout out the forest. He could be doing Mortal Kombat with the Manticore here. Spirit Leech would be very useful against the Manticore as well. And here come the Chaos Poison Warhounds. Going to be surging forward, trying to hunt down some of those Wolf Riders. But, of course, the Squig Herd coming in. This is going to be a fast, brutal affair, for sure. A fast, brutal one. So Chaos is going to be advancing as well. Not much skirmishing tactics as far as these builds go. Some light Wolf Rider play. But the Greenskins want to get in. They want to crump. They want to have some fun. And the Wolf Rider Archer is actually going to be super useful against the spawn. I would probably just sit them behind the army and use it. So here comes the charge. Hopefully the wall will be popped immediately. And the Squigs leading the charge are able to get in there. And oh, the damage coming in. The wall a little bit delayed for sure. I do that all the time. It takes a lot. But the wall comes in. For the most part, most of the units are going to get it. So the whole frontline fight's underway. Giant clubbing these boys down. He's on the mirror guard, which is great. And in the back, it looks like we do have a duel of duels. No, we don't. Just the Manticore is chasing off the Wolf Rider Archers. But the Chaos front line is getting crumped pretty hard over here on this flank, at least. These Chaos Marauders are going down here. The Spawn and Chaos Warriors, though, are holding better. And some of the Squigs actually do get forced back. But Savage Orcs with Waaagh definitely hit very hard. We have some Skulkers coming in for some extra AP. But the Giant here is a huge boon for the Greenskins as well. But Chaos gives it right back, though, guys. Chaos is able to crump that center pocket. Oh, my goodness. Those Savage Orcs and Squigs got annihilated by the Weird Spawn. And now this is like the fate of Middle-earth shall be decided by this middle engagement. But it looks like the Chaos Bum Rush is out-muscling them pretty hard. The Spawn just doing work. Remember, guys, there still is the Dreaded Giant. Aspect of the Dread Knight is active here, so all of these units now cause terror, but I don't think Chaos is too terrified. I think they're quite happy with this engagement here. Their Spawn just doing the work of the gods. Now, as far as the balance of power goes, it's actually pretty even. The Greenskins were able to win this flank right here, and the Savage Orcs are going to be coming in for a rear charge. So the attrition of the Greenskins coming back and rallying and coming back and rallying might be enough. Azag, of course, is a powerhouse as well. It looks like he's chasing the Manticore, which I guess isn't a bad idea if you could rampage the Manticore to come take a bad fight here. And the Giant's going to be tough. Chaos doesn't have too many things that are great against it. Spawn can do okay damage, but even still, the Giant's going to be a bit of a tough one there. Savage Orcs in the back could actually get terror-routed off. We'll find out here. Chaos on the far side wins as well. Some Marauders and Spawn are able to win that frontline engagement. And now they're going to be coming in, and it looks like King of the Dead is pulling ahead with his Chaos Bum Rush. He's doing some serious work, and yeah, there's not really much anti-large. Azag can do some work against big targets for sure. Azag could easily take out the chicken in a vacuum, but I don't know, maybe the Greenskins will be able to pull something back, but King doing a very good job with his Poison Warhounds here, chasing down a bunch of these ragged Greenskin units. In the meantime, King is going to be dropping a Searing Doom back here on the Savage Orcs, a great bombardment right there, doing a ton of damage and actually breaking them. And the Giant's getting crumped. I mean, just the spawn and just the sheer DPS of all these units is really adding up on this bad boy. Plus, you guys also have to remember, there is a Manticore right there. So the Manticore here just doing a ton of work. And yeah, that's why I really just like Black Orcs for like holding your front line. But that Giant, he got taken to Pound Town pretty hard. The Greenskin Bum Rush was very impactful on the flanks, but in the center, it really just lost the fight pretty heavily against the Weird Spawn and some of those other elite Chaos Infantry. So some Spawn are going to be surging back in. You can see the forces of Zach B. Sane are going to be rallying to intercept, and they might be able to actually stabilize here. Zach could get some freebies on these Spawn, maybe finish off some of these cheap infantry, kind of decentralize the fight. I think that's probably going to be the way to do it. And yeah, the Manticore might come over and meet its end as well. So we'll see. But yeah, the Spawn actually doing a really good job. As far as kills go, 85, 35 on these ones, 47 here. So pretty good kills across the board. The Giant's falling back, 800 HP. Could be pretty good here if the Giant does come back. But I don't know. I just don't know how they're going to deal with the chicken. I mean, Azag he's pretty beat up as well. Man, that Manticore has been doing a lot of damage to him over the course of this game. He must have taken some damage in that big pit fight there. But the Nasty Skulkers here do have aspect of the Dread Knight, which is quite cool. Man, Spirit Leech would have been very useful as well in this match. Here comes the chicken. Going to be jumping some drumstick KFC goodness here on these Savage Orcs who are shaken and now terrified. Gotta love Savage Orcs. Awesome stuff here. They're not Savage Orc Biggins. Savage Orc Biggins maybe, but King plays these weird builds like that aren't normal Chaos. And with that, King of the Dead is going to be advancing on to the finals. He's doing it. Oh, man. Yeah, Forsaken are a bit of a niche unit for sure. Granted, Forsaken might not have been bad against this build because they would wreck Squigs and they would wreck Savage Orcs pretty good. So, yeah, that was a game. The Forsaken Bum Rush working like a charm. So well played to Zach and King. King is going to be advancing on to the grand finals. 1 second here, guys. All right, 1 second here. So let me move here to King of the Dead. 2-1 victory. And let us go ahead to the brackets. And King of the Dead moves forward to the finals. Yes, the Penta Forsaken game did go up today. That was a brutal frontline smash for sure. But well played to Zach. I mean, those games were all super tight. GG, well played. He's the King of the Dead. Map GG. Map GG? Is that what he's saying? All right, so now we need to get Hyali Nali in here. We'll update the scoreboards. So let me find this champion. Oh, he was waiting. He was ready. Scouting his opponent. Now for the maps, we will start with, we'll do the Pillar of Bone, one of my favorite maps. And we're going to go back to the Flash Journey scorecards. And here we go. Oh, don't want to click off that. Updating all the goodness for the grand finale. Hyali Nale, of course, coming off the tail of a very, very good performance in the Everchosen. Taking second place to Falcon with the outstanding final series. Forsaken and Weird Spawn. That would be like the ultimate meme. Seeing all those guys together. Oh my god. All right, so picks and bans or gents. If bans, King starts with single ban. Pillar 1. All right, cool. So the players are going to be working this out. Fly on Bread, you are late, and we've had some really good games today. We've had some really good games. You wish you could give 2 thumbs up? I know, that'd be sweet. Well, we got 1,000 people here, and as much as I hate asking for likes, it does help me from a career perspective, so if you guys don't mind dropping a like on the stream, it does help out quite a bit. Yeah, Hyali was an ace in Everchosen, man. He had some really, really good wins. So we'll see if he can carry that momentum forward here into the Eternal Challenger League. Hey, Alexio. Welcome, man. Glad you're finally able to catch one of these. Love the content. Keep up the great work. Cheers from Canada. Cool, man. My dad lived in Canada for some time. So they're working out their matchup. King of the Dead, maybe taking a quick break here in between games. One second, guys. All right, 1 second here. Anyways. Alrighty, we're good to go. King is asking me a question. Let's see what he has to say. He says, he'll ban Wood Elves and go Vampire Coast, and we'll see what Hyali Nale picks. Of course, he likes his Lizard Men, so we could perhaps see those guys. So nice. I hit the like twice. Manuel E. Lopez. Hey, dude. Nice to catch a live stream. Thanks for the great entertainment. You're welcome, man. What are we talking about? Man-sized meatballs? No, I don't stream on Twitch. Perhaps I will someday. The thing is, if I invest a lot of time in Twitch to the point where like I can get a good situation from them, like, you know, get the partnership and all that, they don't let you, like, you can't stream on other platforms. So I couldn't, like, stream on YouTube, which would be really, I love streaming on YouTube. So, like, it's kind of I'm going to be staying on YouTube, probably. Yeah. Lord Croak is good. Not as good as he used to be. He did get the nerf stick pretty good. Yeah. Christian says, I ate Subway, pray for my stomach. I know, I ate Subway the other day, and I didn't feel too good. One second, guys. Alrighty. So what is Hyali going to pick? Looks like he's sitting on Lizardman right now. Check out D Live. I've seen D Live, I think. I bless your... Nurgle comes into chat and is like, I bless your stomach. Someone talked about turning a squig into a meatball. It'd be interesting, because like squigs are like a fungus. They're like mushrooms, aren't they? It's like a mushroom meatball. Turin, my eye sugar. Yeah, Thunders are so good. Thunders are so good. I know, SSIO. The temptation is real. I know, what the hell is going on with our... I know, I went on the whole rant about internet earlier. I guess I don't need to do that again. It's going to be a Clash of Titans for sure. I'm very excited to see this. I wonder if Hyali knows how King plays, though. That's the thing. Like, having inside knowledge of King's playstyle is really useful. Because, like, he's going to bring Bombers, he's going to bring Hulks, he's going to bring, like, Spawn builds, He's going to have a ton of hounds and harass units. So, like, if you know that, you can prepare. But if you don't, then it is quite spooky. Yes. Who's your favorite Vampire Coast Legendary Lord? Luther Harkin, probably. Yeah, I'm a huge fan. Luther's badass. He was the first campaign I played, too. Yeah. In lore, people can eat squigs. That's probably a question for Sotek or Spartacus. They would probably both know. Portobello squig burger. Yeah, it's like a mushroom. I bet you they taste horrible, though. But, I mean, squigs eat, like, they do eat meat. So, like, squigs are, yeah, I don't know. They probably, some interesting taste for sure. Are squigs vegan? I don't think squigs would be vegan. Like, they eat meat, you know? Yeah, I don't know really how to articulate that. Swole Dude, the swollest of dudes with the $1.99 donation. First time viewer, love it. Like and sub. Thank you, man. Glad you're enjoying the content. Keeping that Total War train alive, keeping it going strong. We're doing it to it. Multiplayer never dies. If orcs are fungi, does that mean vegetarians can eat them? Yeah, now we're getting really, like, deep into the question here. I don't know. I would not recommend eating Chaos Spawn. Yeah. Well, like, in the lore, I'm reading Demon Slayer right now. And, like, in one of the first chapters of the book, Gotrek is talking to another Slayer, like a really wild, brutal Slayer. And these guys are, like, both Slayers who, like, aren't really afraid of anything, right? But they start talking about the Chaos Wastes, and they're like, oh, yeah. Basically, the whole tone of their conversation is like, yeah, screw that shit. That sucks. Like, both of them are like, oh, who would go to the Chaos Wastes? And these are, like, guys who will literally, like, go across the world to fight some horrible beast. But, like, when the mention of the Chaos Wastes gets brought up, like, where Spawn would be and things like that, they're like, yeah, screw that shit. Like, that's, like, the one thing where they're just like, yeah, no thanks. So, guys, game one here. It's going to be King of the Dead on his Vampire Coast facing off against Yale Nale. Oh, look at this build. Badass. And he's going to be on Lizards. So we're getting a Salamander build. I'm very excited for this. This is going to be some heavy metal, badass action here. So for the build of Yale, looks like in the front, it's going to be a bunch of Salamander hunting packs, one of which is going to be the Umbral Tide. So that Colossus better watch out. I mean, he does have 75 armor, but anti-large here. Fire damage can be pertinent against a multitude of threats here. Really good against Hulks, good against Colossus, good against light infantry. Yeah, 3 Salamanders. On top of that, we have 2 Skink Skirmishers here in the front line. On top of that, we do have a Salon Mage Priest with high magic, Soul Quench, Hand of Glory, and the Tempest, just in case there's like a Luther Harkin type character. And not Soul Quench, Apotheosis. We got 2 big dinos as well. The Stegodon back here with the Ballista. So this one is basically designed to snipe artillery pieces, which is quite neat. And he has another artillery sniper. So in total, Yale investing very heavily in anti-artillery. So he's going to be able to kill cannons. He's going to be able to kill, big things like a Colossus pretty easily. So we'll see how that goes. And he does have some Saurus and basically just some miscellaneous troops back there with some Feral Cold Ones. Now for the Force of King, a classic King of the Dead. It's funny, like, even if you know what he's bringing, like, he's still going to bring it. Like, he's not going to give into that mind game. So Zombie Pirate Deck Cannon Mobs, Bombers here, 2 animated Hulks on the flanks, Halberds, Carronade in the back, Gallows Giant, Count Noctilus, and oh no, a Bloaty Boy's in the trees! King! What are you doing? A Bloaty Boy! Oh man, look at that thick boy right there. It's going to be hard for him to get value. There's not too many good targets for the Bloaty Boy, and I think Yale's going to be able to discover that. So Scurvy Dogs are actually a pretty good answer against Salamanders. If they can catch them, the Salamanders will have a bad time. And the Colossus, in the meantime, opening up and doing a ton of damage against the cannon, against the Salamander hunting pack. They've actually lost like 6 models. Man, those guys have really gone down very, very quickly. So King's going to be getting his hounds, chasing into the Skink Skirmishers. They're not Salamanders, but nice fire damage coming in from those Salamanders here. And the Feral Cold Ones are also a pretty cool countermeasure against the Doggos, if you really think about it. The Feral Clever Girls actually, I think, have 90 armor and pretty good combat stats, so they should be able to fend off the Doggos. So some light skirmishing, King really just pressuring hard with his Scurvy Dogs here, but you can see here that the Stegodons are actually sniping out the Carronade. So the Carronade here is down to 2 models. It's lost substantial HP. So the dual Ballista Stegodon has been doing very, very good work there. So far, King going to be moving forward with his army. I'll try my best to keep an eye on the Bloaty Boy. I think King should probably just save it for the very late game when there's like some Saurus left or something. So Salamander's pushing up through the trees. It looks like some Scurvy Dogs are waiting here. Are the Salamanders going to take a fight versus the Dogs? Oh, it looks like they're going to. Oh no, but they turned around. That could have been a mistake. So the Scurvy Dogs are going to be pressuring these guys, and Scurvy Dogs are not slouches in combat. They're going to be able to really, pressure these Salamanders back, but maybe Yale was just trying to bait them into the Skinks. A little bit hard to say. So in the back, King has lost his Carronade, but the Carronade did some decent damage. It was able to pepper up some of these Salamander hunting packs down to half health, so arguably it's almost paid for itself. Anyways, here, some of the Scurvy Dogs for King are still pressuring the Salamanders, and so far so good. I mean, King's skirmishing has been quite solid, and the Bastillodons aren't going to be, not Bastillodons, but these Stegodons with the Ballistas aren't going to be quite as useful now. But the Hounds, again, getting a good engagement on the Umbral Tide here, but it looks like a countercharge coming in from Hyale, and also the Stegodon coming in should be enough to Shrek these Hounds. And he also comes in here with the Pterodon Riders, popping Apotheosis to make sure they kind of keep fighting. But the Hound pressure quite good. King has his main army advancing, so the Gallows Giant and the Hulks and all these guys will be closing the distance. Granted, pretty good skirmishing here. The Bombers and the Gallows Giant, though, should be able to really wreck the Saurus infantry relatively effectively. This is going to be a wild game. My goodness. So the Hulks are pushing in, and looks like the Hulks are going to be taking a lot of Salamander fire here, which is going to be a pretty much worst-case scenario for them. I think they have like 30 armor or something, 35. So yeah, not a good situation for the Hulks, but nonetheless, they're getting a good beatdown here on the Umbral Tide, and being able to kill these Salamanders this early is pretty big, and I don't know if Hyale is going to be able to actually stabilize from this. Oh, and the Bloaty Boy still waits in the trees. He waits beyond the world, atop a throne of skulls. The bloated corpse waits for his chance to strike. Skink Skirmisher is going to be poking halberds on the flanks. The fact that the Salamanders have taken so much damage, definitely quite bad, but at this point it looks like most of the mobile threats from King are offline here. Hand of Glory being used on this hunting pack, which is going to give them reload skill and melee attack, which is quite neat. But it looks like King is kind of keeping his Hulks back far enough and buffering with his Zombos here in the front line. So here come the Bombers and the Gallows Giant. So Gallows Giant is going to make pretty quick work here with these Skinks for sure. And here it comes. Bombs ablaze, Gallows Giant coming in. And let's see if these little Skink boys can handle it. Gallows Giant, where are you going, man? Come on, turn around. Use your flamethrower. That's what we're all waiting for. Count Noctiluss on foot. A very good choice here. Anti-large. He's got his halberds. No, don't you dare disconnect. Don't you dare. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Bad. Bad. Come on, push it. Hopefully it's not my internet. I don't think it is. It looks like it's going to stabilize here. I don't think the players are going to disconnect. It was just like a little bit of a skip in one of their internets, or mine perhaps. I'm not sure. Okay, we're good. So the fight's underway. Oh, nice banishment coming down from the Toad. That was a beautiful one. Hitting the zombie deckhand mobs there, getting a ton of damage. And the Gallows Giant is actually getting melted really hard by the Salamander hunting packs. Oh man, look at that. And he forces back the Gallows Giant. Granted, Invocation is going to be able to keep those guys up. Really good play here by King, using halberds to just kind of chase these guys and waste their ammunition. And the Hulks and Noctiluss are starting to get worn down, actually. Without the Gallows Giant fighting in the front line, the deckhand mobs are going to struggle against Saurus and most baseline troops, but the Salamanders are getting pressured, and there's still a ton of zombies. A huge salvo of just undead bombs just going down to these Saurus warriors. Cold-blooded, just barely keeping those guys up, but it looks like they're going to get broken down by the Hulk boys here. Hulk smash indeed. Look at them with their big Haggard clubs and cannon strapped to their arms. But the undead bombs just doing so much work against the Saurus in the front line. So another thing to consider, though, is that the Skink Chiefs are just sitting here and shooting at the Gallows Giant and doing a lot of damage. They are a little bit low on ammo, but Invocation spam might be able to keep the Gallows Giant alive, and it looks like he's shooting downtown with his Haggard flamethrower and trying to get the Pterodon Riders for sure. Yeah, the Dread Saurian. Yeah, against King, the Dread Saurian's actually good, because, you know, he doesn't bring a lot of, like, traditional guns, but the Salamanders are all back online, so that's really, really good for Hyale and Ale. He's got all three of these bad boys. So it looks like here we have 13, we have 17 here, and we have 17 here. So those guys are back online, which is quite solid. Getting a huge punishing volley here on the animated Hulks. My goodness, those guys are getting wrecked. But you also have to remember, guys, there's a ton of freaking undead left. Like, just a bunch of them. And I think King probably needs to just hide. Where's the Bloaty Boy, by the way? Has he pulled that guy in? Oh, no, I think we missed the Bloated Corpse, guys. We'll see its kills after the game, but I think it got discovered by the Pterodons or something in the back and just got killed. That's unfortunate. But yeah, the Stegodons are going to be tough. There are a lot of undead halberds, so if the halberds can kind of tar pit them in the late game with the Gallows Giant plus Noctiluss, they might actually be able to win this. Oh, this is actually really rough for Hyale. Noctiluss is able to catch the Toad, and Noctiluss is surprisingly quick. I mean, he's poisoned right now, but when he's not poisoned, his speed is faster than the Slann here. So his anti-large could potentially do a lot of damage. And a big mistake, if Hyale loses that Slann, that could be pretty catastrophic. So you can see Hyale responds very quickly here. He pulls the Skink Skirmishers to kind of peel. Noctiluss is a little bit in the danger zone now, but focusing Noctiluss isn't really the best idea. He's super hard to kill. I mean, unless you're really going all in with some big threats. The Gallows Giant here getting quite low. 1500 HP, Invocation of Nehet keeping him up, and it looks like he's going to be trying to use his flamethrower here against the flying units, and he does take out a couple models there. Yeah, not the most accurate of firepower coming in from that guy. Rest in peace, Bloaty Boy. You will be remembered for all of time. So currently Noctiluss has 38 speed against the Toad's 34. He should be able to catch him. Salamanders nearby could put some peppering into him, but really not worth it probably. And just a tide of zombies just pushing in, and the Salamanders will eventually run out of ammo. But yeah, getting the Gallows Giant down quite important here. But here comes, oh, the other Stegodon's coming in! Oh, and a nice ram there, but the Gallows Giant's going to do some damage back. He's pretty powerful in melee. He does have the Discourage as well, so it could potentially break this guy. But Cold-Blooded being used to make sure he doesn't break. Zombies are piling in, and he should be able to get the Gallows Giant. I don't know, hard to say though. He's actually taking a lot of damage. Noctilus, in the meantime, really nice summon of pistols here. So he summons the Zombie Pirate Gunnery Mob pistols, which are going to be shooting downtown and could actually really pepper the Salon. The Salon only has 45 armor. He does have some missile resist, but yeah, I would probably get these guns and just go for the Salon. Apotheos is active as well, and it looks like Noctilus is going to give up the chase, instead opting to go after the Stegodon, maybe using the pistols to go after the Toad, but I don't know, maybe just go for the Toad. He's coming back in here. So the Gallows Giant's still alive, and he was able to really manhandle that Skink Chief on the Stegodon, so great play here from the Gallows Giant. Salamander shooting in as well, getting a couple volleys off, but all the bombs coming in and just saturating all over these Salamander hunting packs. A bunch of the models going down here. So the Haggard Bomber play from King of the Dead coming in and doing great work. Man, this is a great match. Two ever-chosen players here, squaring off once again. And the Gallows Giant here, negative 12 leadership. Could be in a little bit of trouble as the Umbral Tide gets a nice volley. Beautiful volley there from the Umbral Tide, able to take out the foul Gallows Giant. So suddenly, this game is just going back and forth. These summon pistols here, what are they shooting? Looks like they're just shooting at the Stegodon here. So he's really prioritizing the big targets, which makes sense, for sure. Noctilus is going to be a pain in the ass to kill, though. Like, there's not too much here that's super good against Noctilus. The Stegodons do have that bonus for infantry, so they'll be quite good. And yeah, it looks like a lot of the zombies are slowly being picked apart, but remember, ammunition is a factor for Yali Nali. His ammo here on both of these skinks is very, very low. His salamanders are actually pretty good on ammo. He's done a good job conserving there. These ones are basically out of ammo as well. And the ones on the far side have a couple volleys left. So some give and take there. So the Saurus Warriors are wavering. Noctilus and company should be able to break them. The pistol's just unleashing more and more ammunition here into the Stegodon, trying to wear those guys down. And the Fat Toad is circling the map. Yeah, the Gallows Giant did well. He lasted really long this game. He was a champ. Looks like there's going to be some sort of a cast here, an overcast, and I think he actually hurt himself. And the Stegodon here going after some of the halberds. Taking some pot shots as well from the pistols as they do dissipate in the twilight of their lives. The bombs are being thrown against the Skink Chief here. Now, they don't have the best AP on those things, but again, volume of fire does count for something. And are there any halberds here? No, there's a Tide of Skill. There's a bunch of bombers who are using the last of their ammo to take those guys out. Yeah, it's going to just come down to like one big, just cataclysmic fight here. Or cataclysmic, whatever the damn word is. My brain's just not working too well. So here comes Count Noctilus, anti-large halberd man. He's going to be the saving grace, though, for sure. But he is losing a lot of zombies. Like, across the map, the zombos are being isolated and taken out. And it's starting to look more and more like the lizards are actually going to pull this game back. But I'm telling you, Noctilus is a raid boss. He is, like, so tough to take down. King needs to get these bombers for sure and start focusing down the skinks and the chaff units and things like that. He does have halberds, though. He has 77 of these guys here, which is good. Some of the zombies fighting here against the skinks. Noctilus being kited, which is smart. Don't fight Noctilus till he's the absolute last thing left. So the bombers here are going to be going down for sure. Although, how are their combat stats? Yeah, pretty god-awful. Salamanders shooting in, doing some okay poke here against the zombie pirate gunnery mobs. Here come the bombers, throwing into some of the skinks. The last of the halberds are going down, which is quite substantial. And now the bounce power is going back in the favor of Fjalinale and his lizards. Some really good battlefield control. I mean, he's just been in and out, just striking, picking at the weak points of the zombie army. And the thing is the Stegodons actually have some ammo left, so if they wanted to, kill all the zombies, just kite Noctilus, shoot him to pieces, go in for the Alpha Strike. Stegodons do have a bonus for his infantry, so two of them could potentially probably finish off Noctilus, like 2v1. So over here, the lizards are able to win that fight, and look at the bounce of power Ebb back, guys. The Bloaty Boy, is he the hero? Well, I don't think so. I don't know how many kills he ended up getting, but if we look over here, you can see the Salon Mage Priest of High Magic going to be dropping a shield of the old ones on this big old fight here as the zombies kind of coalesce into one big disgusting blob. Some nice bombs coming in from guard mode, so making sure they fire before they go here. He is able to hit the Skink Priest and those other characters. And Noctilus getting charged there. Sorry about that background noise, guys. Doors opening and creaking and all sorts of stuff like that. Yeah, I think Yalinale is a Lizardman main. It seems like it. So the Skink Priest, Skink Chiefs, I think are going to be able to carry this game. I mean, the zombies are all crumbling. Noctilus is here. I mean, he might have a couple summons left, but I just don't see how Noctilus is going to be able to solo two Skink Chiefs plus a fat, thick Slon. That's like a lot to deal with. A lot of HP. I mean, if we look at the cumulative HP, it's like, what, 4.7 plus 2.8 plus 3.2. That's a lot for Noctilus to deal with on his own. All the while, he's taking bonus for infantry attacks. I mean, maybe, but now you can see the bounce power is going, like, determinedly in the favor of the Lizards. So Noctilus here going to be holding, but now he's getting double Ramrod and just getting ping-pong balled between these two Stegodons here. And yeah, there's like Lizardman Chaff, there's Saurus, there's Skinks, there's Salamanders. There's just so much damage coming in, and I just don't see how big Papa Noctilus. This is like early days Vampire Coast, where like Noctilus would just be the only thing left. Wow, what a game! I can't believe it! Like, I really thought Hyali was in a lot of trouble with his Salamanders taking such a beating early on, but he was able to really endure. So at this point, Noctilus is basically just going to fight here. And I think Yali's going to be like sending in troops one at a time, just to be efficient. Oh no, he's going to pull back and use the ballistas. Give him the ceremonial execution. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, and King is going to withdraw. He knows it's over. There's no point in staying because Noctilus will last a long time there. But yeah, good man, good man, King of the Dead. Yeah, that was an amazing game. Oh my god. So well played, Yali Nale, showing why he made it to the ever-chosen Grand Finals with an impressive performance against King of the Dead. That was insane. So now we're going to go into the next map, which is going to be, I think Prague is a good map, isn't it? I can't remember it. We'll do this one. We'll see what it looks like. We'll try new things. So Yali, turn. All hail the mighty. That was insane. Well played to those two fine gentlemen. Well played indeed. We got a donation that came in during the game from Tamonten. Thank you so much, man. As always, for the 25 euros. Means a lot, man. Glad to have you on the stream. Happy you made it here for the Grand Finals. It's good timing indeed. And we're good to go. 1 second here. All right. Perfect. And Tamonten says, sadly, missed a bit of the best of threes, but looking forward to this best of five. How is my Free Cities tabletop army coming along? Yeah, my Empire army / Free Cities is going well. Most of it's assembled. I just have to assemble a couple more state troops and some handgunners or crossbowmen, and then 2 groups of Demogryph Knights. But for the most part, it's almost playable. I just have to get a couple more things. But I'm painting my second Demi right now. I'm very slow because of my hand problem at painting, so unfortunately that's how it is. Oh, Hyali Nale, smart stuff. Forcing King of the Dead off his Tomb Kings with the second pick. Going Greenskins, banning Tomb Kings. I love it. You could see the unit of clever girls charging the bloated corpses turn the camera away. Oh no, I'm sorry. Shetland says, Hyali has the chops to 3-0 here, and if he keeps playing like this, I'll be surprised if he doesn't. Mr. Sidor says, I will repeat, Turin, ask for more likes. Last time you did, I got 100 more on the stream. Drop a like, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah. My Empire army is Karl Franz, 3 groups of 3 Demogryph Knights, 2 with lances, 1 with halberds, Volkmar the Grim on foot, 40 state troops, 30 with swords and shields, 30 handgunners, a battle mage, and then like the rest of it, I'm kind of working it out. Yeah. Start using my feet to paint? Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, Vaughn, honestly, if you play a lot, like you can get good at factions. Like you can focus on like 3 or 4 factions pretty easily. Yeah. We have a donation coming in from Gorosh. Thank you so much for the $5. I just want to see the spaghetti gif. What, with a squig? I will. I'll show you pictures when the army's ready. It's going to be a while before my Empire army's like fully done. But someday it will be, and I'll make sure to show you guys. I'll do a video. Pone, there's been a lot of meme units, dude. Professor Pone, we had a Bloated Corpse. We had the Gallows Giant, which I guess is a questionable meme. We had like animated Hulks. We have Chaos Spawn. We have Salamanders, Razordons today. We've had a lot of crazy stuff. Soul Green Hill, you just need to join Discord and then stay tuned for notifications on next season. I'm going to be opening it up to be 32-man qualifiers. So yeah. Thomas Cullen, working on your Emperor's Children. There's actually rumors that Emperor's Children and 40k will be getting some new stuff, which would be cool. Yeah, my Death Guard army's fully painted, though. They're all done. Steam tanks are actually pretty good in tabletop. Yeah, they're really good. I've seen some armies working on them. I mean, they're kind of swingy, but if you roll hot on them, they can run people over. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, David Ross. I agree. So, King of the Dead on Norska. I would say Norska is probably one of his best factions as well. Probably his best is Vampire Coast, Tomb Kings, followed by Norska. From my anecdotal experience, I play against him all the time, so he's a really good Norscan player. Probably going to be coming in with Mammoths, but I think Hyali will know this and probably bring like 1 million Orc Archers. So we'll see. Hyali making the final tweaks to his army here. We're going to be on Prague as the last map. I'm going to ready up and grab some water. Turin, we have enough viewers to create our own Regiment of Renown? We do. We'll come up with something. shall indeed. I'm just a huge fan of Demogryph Knights. Like, I love the model, so I'm running 9 of them, which might not be the most competitive, but it looks really cool. Turin's Troubadours, Peasant Mob. Gains bonus to charge defense when a unit is stationary and watching another unit. That's really good. So Magic D, for next season of Eternal Challenger League, it's going to be 32 man for each qualifier, but I'm not going to cast all those games. I'm going to cast the finalists. So it's going to be the same like as now, but more people have the chance to get to the end game instead of just 4. Yeah, we're just going to cast the top. We're just going to cast the top 4. But if other content creators want to cast the earlier rounds, like I'm more than happy to have them do that. We'll see. ROR couch potatoes. I know. I feel like a couch potato as of late. Oh, it's actually kind of a cool map. I should do this one more often. I mean, it has a little bit of a weird hill, but both players are like equal on that hill. Do you think if CA did 40k Total War, they try and incorporate space battles? No, I don't think so. I think it would be like the same as like naval battles. They would just like not do it. Because there's other games that represent space battles in 40k pretty well, like Armada. Hyalo with mass archers and Wurzog? Yeah, probably. Oh no, but he's actually going for a brute force build. I love this. The giant and spider combo is so damn strong. It's like really, really tough to drag those boys down. Okay, a little bit of lag here. Oh, no, we're good. All right, we're stable. Life's good. So for the forces of Hyali Nale, this is like, I love this playstyle. Black Orcs just anchoring the front line, beating down all the filthy Norskins. Immune to Psychology, they won't run. They're going to hold Crimson Killas in the middle. We have an Arachnaut Queen and a Giant. That is like more than enough to deal with a Mammoth. Like those two can beat down a Mammoth easily. Savage Orc Biggins in the back. Wurzog, of course, with his snares and brain busters to kill infantry and also snare down big threats, allowing the Giant and the Spider to really do good work. And last but not least, a couple Goblins and a light skirmishing corps, which it's going to be the weak point of his army. I think King will have a lot of good pursuing units, so he'll probably lose these guys. But this main line is meaty, it's thick, it's proud, and I'm quite excited to see how it does. So for the forces of King in the front line, it's going to be Marauders, basically just chaff in the front. He's going to be advancing more on Skinwolves, so he has Skinwolves here, he has Norskin Ice Wolves, just a lot of battlefield control. Oh, the Soul Crusher's coming in to crush some skulls. It's time. Yes, Sifos, that is the case. Do it faithfully and not liberally. Only when needed, preferably. Shaman Sorcerer here of Death, Spirit Leech and Buna. We have a Wolfric as well. And it looks like there's going to be a Skin Wolf and some Norskin Ice Wolves as well. So King will clearly be able to dominate the battlefield control. Probably hunt down the Goblin Wolf Riders, take them out eventually if he wants to. But the main fight is going to be hard. Like, that is a thick, thick Greenskin army. Can you time me out? No. Yeah, Battlefleet Gothic 2 is really fun. Oh, Wurzog with a blast right out of the gates onto the Sorcerer, but unfortunately he misses and he also blows himself up. So that's really unfortunate for poor Wurzog. Because he's going to be getting Spirit Leech into Oblivion as well. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Goblin Wolf Rider Archers are able to kite back against the Norskin Warhounds, getting a little bit of poke, so decent value for the Greenskins. Oh no! And he overcasts Brainbust and then blows himself up once again, plus a Spirit Leech. Hyala getting a little bit wild with the Winds of Magic, and I don't know if it's worth an overcast there against like Norskin Ice Wolves. That's really unfortunate. So now he's really like in a dangerous position. I mean, Norska is pretty good at sniping Lords with the Death Magic and Wolfric and things like that, so he's got to be really careful, but as far as like army compositions go, I would say that Hyali's army has a slight advantage. But again, Wurzog taking that damage early like that is very catastrophic for sure. Yeah. So we'll see. We will see. So the Greenskins coming in, Wurzog and company, or not Wurzog, but the Shaman Sorcerer plus Wolfric getting a nice little charge against those Night Goblins, some freebies there. They are on Chariots, which is quite nice. And the Spider basically just needs to follow around the Soul Crusher and just have the Monster Mash duel, which should be quite good. But King really does have battlefield control, so there's going to be a ton of rear charges. The Hounds in the back are able to get on the Wolf Rider Archers, which is really big back here. But here comes the Mammoth, crushing souls, crushing some Crimson Killas, but here comes the big, thick Giant. Wurzog probably wants to drop an effigy on the Soul Crusher right here while it's trapped amongst the Crimson Killas and other troops like that. But it looks like he's committing more so to a fight over here, trying to get Wolfric. Now, he could effigy here as well. I don't believe we've seen an effigy yet. The Spider is chasing Wolfric, which is pretty dangerous. Wolfric's actually slowed from the poison, and the Spider is hot on his tail. So very dangerous situation for Wolfric there. In the meantime, the Giant Company chasing down Soul Crusher, which has popped the Enrage. And the frontline fight's pretty pitched. It looks like Norska is pretty much just trying not to take the fight. I mean, they are fighting in some areas, but for the most part, I mean, this is good value. Black Orcs getting run over by Soul Crusher is very, very good and tasty stuff. Wurzog in the back line, maybe going to be joining in with the Crimson Killas here as they do pile in and start crumping all over these Marauders. So that's going to be a bad situation for those guys as they're getting cleaved asunder. But here in the distance, Oh, a bit of a dangerous situation as Hyali Nale's Arachnaut Queen is kind of out on its own, but there isn't really anything to punish it. I guess the Skinwolves here do have anti-large, but they're going to get beaten down for sure, especially with the Spider Hatchlings helping out. Now the Brainbuster coming in from the Orcs to trigger that Bonewood Staff, and Wurzog and company here are just fighting against these Marauders just to trigger that wall that much faster. The Giant, in the meantime, just sticking on the tail of the Soul Crusher. Soul Crusher is a lot faster. It has 56 speed, and the Giant only has 39, but it looks like Soul Crusher might turn and fight here. If Wurzog is able to pop like some Fist of Gork or something on this Giant, man, he would really give the business. But another missile attack coming down. Probably shouldn't overcast this, considering how damaged he is. And here it comes, blasting the Giant. Oh no, a miss! It just barely missed, like all over the board. So the Giant was able to defeat those Skinwolves, and it looks like leaving some Spiderlings to kind of deal with those guys. And it is coming back into the main fight. And oh no, the Spider could get on this Shaman Sorcerer if he doesn't escape. Dangerous situation here. Very, very controversial stuff. So back in the main fight, Crimson Killers are kind of anchoring under the Giant. The immunity to sight quite good. Still confident despite the fact that they're almost at half health. So they should be able to really help the Giant potentially win this fight over here. No Bonewood Staff active at the moment. It looks like it's not going. So he definitely needs to start casting some spells with Wurzog. And Wurzog is kind of like the real linchpin here. You can see he's in the open field. And if this Beast of Tashnar unit is able to kind of drift over here and go after Hyali Nale's Wurzog, oh no, this is disastrous. Wurzog will go down very quickly against Norscan Hounds. And he's frostbitten now, if they're able to get on there. Effigy to get is dropped here. Nice Effigy right there. So Wulfric is taking a ton of damage. And even if Wurzog dies, though, I don't know if he's going to have enough stopping power to kill the Giant and all these Black Orcs. Nice little Brainbuster going down right there before he gets broken off and slain. Spider Summon coming down from Hyali Nale. So basically he gets the Spider Summon from the Arachnaut Queen. Summons back here to try and save Wurzog, but it looks like Wurzog with Hunter of Champions is going to be getting feasted on by the Hound. So down goes Wurzog. The Pigmaster has fallen. Those overcasts in the early game really hurting him. But despite the fact the Greenskins have lost their Lord, they still have a lot of power here. They have a Giant, they have an Arachnaut Queen, and I mean, yeah, there's some Skinwolves, but like what here can kill this? And Black Orcs, like a lot of them? I don't know. I still think Hyali Nale is actually, despite the balance of power being a little bit in the favor of Norska, I still think Hyali's in a bit of a dominating position. Like, how is he going to deal with all this? I mean, the Mammoth can deal with the Black Orcs, but like a Giant plus the Arachnaut Queen? It is no mere spider, it is the Queen. Granted, King does have a lot of Hounds. The Hounds are going to be able to clean up the rest of the battlefield, which is going to force Hyali into a bit of a situation where he has to chase, and it's not going to be fun, but looks like Fate of Buna going down here. Probably, or a Spirit Leech perhaps. It is the Fate of Buna on the Black Orcs. And guys, it looks like King is pulling ahead on the bounce of power, but dealing with these monsters is no joke. I mean, the Arachnaut Queen doesn't have insane leadership, so maybe if the Soul Crusher can finish off the Arachnaut Queen. But it looks like it's going in to fight the Giant. Oh, and the Giant gets knocked over by the Mammoth. So the Mammoth comes in on the approach and just steel chairs that Giant, knocks him to the ground, which does delay his attacks for quite some time. Crimson Killers are coming back in as well. You can see these guys are going to be piling into the main fight here and potentially doing some good damage. Skinwolves will be very good against a Giant, but not against the Queen. So that's the thing. If you can get rid of the Queen, for example, then isolate the Giant, the Skinwolves will have no problem here. It was Wurzog's last dance. Yes, that is correct. Last dance for Wurzog Jane. One more to take away the pain. Arachnaut Queen here. See, this is the thing. If King can get rid of the Queen, then I think he wins. But if the Queen stays, yeah, it's broken. Okay, I think it's over now. The Giant and the Queen shoulder to shoulder are very strong. Maybe if the Queen had some summons here, he could have been able to kind of tar pit this Norscan force. Because, I mean, the Mammoth is kind of getting beaten down, but yeah, the Queen, like I said, not the best leadership, and I don't think it's going to come back. King has enough Hounds to chase it off the battlefield. The Giant's really trying hard, for sure. Wulfric isn't a slouch on his chariot either, but yeah. So King of the Dead going to be normalizing the series, guys. We're having all good matches today. Very evenly matched players across the board. Exciting stuff. And King of the Dead, really, I thought that Kelly's build was very good against what King brought. But I guess Wurzog just blowing himself up and then getting caught out was pretty punishing for sure. Yeah, what a game. The Hatchlings are doing work. I really thought that Hyali was still going to be able to pull it out, but breaking the leadership of the Spider, like we said, was really the key to victory, and he was able to do that. So, well played. So that's going to be another game, not another, but the first game for King here in the finals, as we move on to Game 3 in this Best-of-5 series. Yes. Azag would have been nice for sure. And now we can go to Schwarzhofen. Protect the Queen, Doe. Yeah. Oh my god, what a great game. It's an epic showdown. That was really good. We have another donation coming in on the PayPal. Let's pull it up here from Rasmus. Mr. Nielsen, thank you so much for the $5 donation, man. And let me read your message here. It says, I just want to see a spaghetti gif. Actually, I don't see a message from you. Maybe there was no message. Yeah. I don't know. No message, but... the king defeating the queen. Yes, that's true. So... let's see. Oh no. King said, sorry, something came up. So King. So King actually has to go. So what we'll do in that case is... let's have you guys play your games offline in the next few days. No P, no P. Not a problem. So yeah, King had to go. Must have been some sort of an emergency or something. So hopefully everything's okay with him. So what we're going to do to qualify for this finals is we're going to have King of the Dead play Hyale Nale sometime in the next few days. And they're going to play their game offline. And I'll post it as a video. So the remainder of the games I'll put up as a separate video. So that's the message. It's your donation GIF. What am I missing here? Oh, the spaghetti GIF. Oh my god. Yeah, no worries though, guys. Well played, well played. Let me message the King of the Dead. Make sure everything's good with him. No stress. We will have you play Hyale in next few days. King is in Europe. Yeah, I believe he's in Belgium. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll have him play in the next few days. And for now, since we have a pretty big crowd here, I'll just play some ladder battles. I need some games anyways. But King will be back. Don't worry, guys. He said it's just some family stuff he has to go take care of. No stress. Finish rest of games during week. Yeah, because that's a really good series. No worries, no worries. All right. No need to apologize, King. You're all good, my friend. So let us go over here. Okay, let's play. All right, Hyale Nale wants to play me. All right, let's play him. Let's play Hyale. I'll play him a couple games. So let me go ahead here and switch. He's all warmed up here, and I'm just like all decrepit and cold. We go multiplayer battle. Oh, can I rejoin that same lobby? 1 second. No, I can't. Okay. Hyale. No, not in spectator mode. I will play a few games versus Hyale and get crushed. Yes, that'll be fun. All right, so let's get him in here. The bloaty boy cometh for Hyale once more. I don't know, why is this slot like busted here? Huh, it's like bugging out. It's not letting me make slots. That's weird. Okay, let's remake that game. Buggy. Come on. There we go. We're good. Let's get Hyale invited so you guys can see me get crushed. But we'll go hard. We'll bring some fun stuff. It's decrepit and cold. I might as well play Tomb Kings. Might as well. Let me plug in my laptop. It's actually about to die. So for my first match, who would I like to play? Play Vampire Coast. I love me some pirates. Anything you want. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and plug in my laptop here. Probably going to play like 2 games, guys. I'll play Dwarves too. I'll play Dwarves next game. So let's see what he plays. He's probably going to go Greenskins. No, Empire. Okay, this will be fun. Empire's quite strong now. Hunt's been doing work in this matchup. We'll go on to Stallion Tomb, I guess. I think this is a pretty good map. The bloaty boy, you guys want it? Against Empire, it's not that good. Like, what am I going to get? Some spearmen or something? Yeah. I don't know. We have choices. The Penta bloat cometh. Let's get the old boy Luther. So y'all, if you're watching the stream, now's the time to stop watching it. Because I'm picking my army. Aranessa, maybe. Aranessa's not bad. But she can get sniped a little bit. We'll do an FFA. You know, an FFA sounds fun, actually. Yeah, an FFA does sound fun. Alright, so we're going to get this guy as well. Against Empire, you obviously don't need much in the way of infantry in the front. I tend to play like a more defensive style of play than perhaps someone like King of the Dead does. But, you know, we still try. I don't use those guys terribly often. Let's give them a try. See how they perform. And then, obviously, we want some doggos. Pentabloat? No. Pentabloat against Yale, that's not going to work. That is not going to work. Yeah, King had to go. He had a family emergency. But he said he's going to play Yale in the next couple days, and then I'll cast it as a separate video. Crab Snipers against Empire is okay. It's a little bit tricky. I don't know. Maybe we'll go for... There's so many different ways to play this. It's kind of a weird matchup for sure. We get the Black Spot as well. What's cool about Black Spot is you don't have to like allocate too much to protecting them. We'll do this, and then I think there's like one thing that's like really missing from this build. Oh, a caster. I was like something is missing here. And if you have like a big expensive character like Luther, you basically have to bring healing, because if you don't, it's gonna be a bad time. So we'll get this. That looks good to me, although maybe a little bit of overkill here. And what else do we want? I would really like to get like a Lamprey's Revenge type unit. It's going to be kind of hard pressed to get that though. Black Spot's nice against like Empire Heavy Cav and stuff like that. And against infantry, like Spear Spam, that's kind of my one weakness here, I think, is I don't have a lot to deal with like mass infantry. Yeah, sounds good, Jason. Yeah, I'll do more live casts. Luther does not have magic, no. And I actually don't know if I need the Gunnery White here in this build. Like, he's cool and all, but he's cool, but not that cool. I love bringing Colossus. What I'm missing, though, is something to deal with, like, State Troop type units. Yeah. So, like, that's why having one group of Depth Guard is going to be quite solid here. All right. Good luck, have fun. Let's party. Let's do it. We got some dogs. I like Depth Guard against Empire. Like, not as, like, a main line troop, but, like, as a backline sweeper for the late game. Oh. I gotta, like, warm up here. We're doing it. Thank you guys for joining on the stream, by the way. It's been a really good ECL today. Oh, my God. Those were some great games. And now there's even more anticipation as we wait. All right. Facing off against the great Chiali Nale. So, firstly, we get the Zombos in the front here. Casting and playing, too. I used to be better at it. Like, honestly, now when I cast and play, sometimes I, like, have problems. I don't know. I don't know what it is. So we get the cannons here. You know, the thing is he could have Vanguarded Huntsman. So I need to be very, very respectful of that. Yeah, I didn't even really think of that, to be honest. So we need to keep, like, a solid buffer between our cannons and, you know... So get you back here. You back here. Zombie. Zombie. Alright, perfect. So we get these guys. Luther can be in group 2 here. We're going to get our Depth Guard kind of lurking in the back here as a deep reserve unit. As they should be used, I think. So Luther and the Bats will be flying here and here. Get our Vampire Caster hiding in the back as well. Halberds are defending the cannons, so we'll put cannons in group 5. Put them in guard mode, so they don't do anything silly. I guess we can just have you guys, like, kind of hang here. And yeah, I guess I need to control group the dogs better. So the cannons should actually be in like group 6 or 7 or something. Yeah, 4 or 5. A lot of control groups. A lot of them. He's going to be expecting dogs. He's been playing King of the Dead, so he's very used to the doggos, I'm sure. Basically, we'll have one here just in case he deploys like right up front. And you basically use Luther and the deck droppers to deal with heavy cav. I know, 16 gold left. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What is Luther doing in Champagne? Do you mean campaign? Is that what you mean? Or are you actually just saying Champagne? Ready. All right, let's do it to it. Let's go. Go time. Gotta get those doggos going strong. Actually, we can put one in the back for good measure. Screw it. So first things first, let's go ahead and start shooting at some of these knights if we can. Get some of those doggos shooting. And yeah, we can advance the front line a little bit. He's got a lot of guns, which is good. So we'll pull these hounds here. We'll pull these guys here. Luther. Are we going to get those guys? Probably not. So the one thing we have going for us is the... he's got a lot of bows. We got to keep our deck droppers back. Let's actually work the flanks with him a little bit. Luther can go after the huntsman. We can get the Empire Knights here, start shooting at those guys. Get you guys going here as well. Get the Death Droppers back. Is there pressure in the back here? Yes. He does have the Death Jacks, so we need to go back there and deal with those guys. So let's get these doggos back here to go deal with them. So we are able to get on some of the Huntsmen temporarily, and oh no, we lost some of those guys, but it's okay. So far, so good. Now our cannons are shooting. We're taking a bit of work, but we are getting some damage on his Empire Knights. Luther needs to pull back as well. Who's his lord, by the way? Looks like he has Boris over there. Okay. So we're going to get the Death Jacks, which is going to be nice. That's a nice little freebie in the back. Luther and company can just kind of keep juking. Go engage some of those spears if we can. Have Toddy get shot. Yeah, he actually killed that cannon outright. That's really, really good value for sure. Let's go shoot those guys. Get you guys shooting up here in the sky. Pull you back. Drop a Hornswoggle and then turn around. And we can get the Deck Droppers just shooting the Empire Knights over here. Cool. Alright, so we were able to get the Death Jacks in the back. But I would say he's pretty far ahead. He's gotten a lot of value. And Luther is actually not doing super good in that duel up there. We're going to drop that heal, keep Luther going. I mean, if he could get Toddy, that could be something that could help us back in this game here. We're able to really pound those Empire Knights. Let's shoot the ones coming down the pipe here. And also drop a summon. We're going to keep chasing there if we can. So Death Jacks are going down. We have our summon here, so let's go ahead and just advance them and start shooting at these Empire Knights. We still have one cannon, thankfully, which is nice. So Luther needs to just bully him now. That's like one of our only chances. Let's pull you guys back. Let's get the Vampire Caster going in here. Drop this. Okay, how did we get juked there? We probably should kite back now, because Luther's taking a lot of damage. So we need to get ready for like another invocation. So these cav units, let's go ahead and get one here. Get one of you guys shooting here as well. Let's get Luther back. And the Death Jacks are completely taken care of. So now we have another dog here, which is going to be quite good. We just need to make sure Luther doesn't die, so let's shoot that fireball if we can. Okay, we juked it, which is great. Invocation on Luther. Drop a breath attack here. Get these guys going here. Yeah, unfortunately he's able to get on our gun line there, which is quite strong. So we can get the cannon going after you guys. Oof, man, Luther's taking so much fire from those huntsmen. That could have potentially cost us. Alright, so let's get these guns rotating here. Pull you guys back. We actually almost got his caster too, so I think if we drop a summon back there, or pistols, and maybe chase those guys down. Okay, so his cav are in bad shape. We were able to break a lot of the cav units. Luther, let's pull you back. Kind of devolve into a bit of a late game push. So we get on those guys, pistols in the back, and start shooting at Homeboy there. Let's get the cannon going after, I don't know, yeah, I guess there's a multitude of targets. Let's pull our caster back as well. Unfortunately, these are Sigmar Sons, so they're no mere unit here. We have the Depth Guard as well, so we'll pull them in now. And we are able to get some Huntsmen, which is great. Shoot some of you guys. Pull back the Deck Droppers. We can pull forward these Halberds as well. Hornswoggle them. We can get some freebies there, but we're getting some damage on the good old Toddy boy. Hound's actually doing some really good work too. Alright, so what do we have? We have some Empire Cav coming back in. We don't want to get Luther sniped here, but I think getting an overcasted Invo would be really good. Heal up those two single entities. Depth Guard are pulling in now, which is good. Just finish off the Empire Knights, take out the mobility. We're shooting Toddy pretty well. Let's pull back in, get these guys. We just have to make sure we don't get like caught in some stupid situation here. Get those guys over. Yeah, Depth Guard are taking a beating though, unfortunately. We got to keep our Deck Droppers back. We're able to get there. I don't know, I guess shooting the caster is probably better. Let's get a breath attack. Keep the Death Guard going forward so they at least are getting some healing. Get that breath attack, come on. Do we get it? I think you might have dodged it. Oh, it just didn't go off. Okay, that's unfortunate. Let's pull you back. Have our cannon keep shooting. I mean, if we can run him out of ammo, I think Luther should be able to. We got to juke a little bit better there. So Deck Droppers need to deal with his guys here. Let's juke back and forth. We have another group of Halberds in the back. Juke, 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 juke. Okay, we juked most of those, which is good. Pull back the Bat Boys. Summon the Bat counts. Okay, we've almost sniped his Lord there, which is great. Let's go after some Empire Knights with Deck Droppers, which is a good choice. We can actually attack them in melee too. I have to save the Hornswoggle for the other stuff, though. His Huntsmen are running actually danger low on ammo, too. Yeah, but that Huntsman pressure is really, really starting to add up here. Let's pull these guys forward. Cannon was able to break his caster. Okay, he's running kind of low on ammo here, so let's shoot with the deck choppers. Hornswoggle him there, just so he doesn't kind of as a bit of a deterrent. Try and get these Huntsmen. Let's pull you guys back. We will have enough for another summon. Invocation really is kind of pointless here. Okay, so we need to kite back now. Deck choppers need to pressure Toddy a little bit. I mean, our halberds are doing pretty good. His Huntsmen are really low on ammo, though. Yes, finish them, finish them, finish them. Luther needs... I mean, our cannon's going to take a beating here because we had to pull in our reserves. We actually have enough for a summon, which is really solid. So let's summon them right next to the Huntsman. Cannon's going to go down here potentially, but they're just Empire Knights. It's not like some huge dangerous threat. Okay, great. So our Vampire Caster, we can actually Hornswoggle Toddy. So we broke those guys off, so let's come in and see if we can steel chair him right now. The Cannon crew, we need to get them back online, so it's kind of hard when they're like, oh, no, no, no. Go ahead and shoot Toddy. Let's go for the Toddy. Oh, the fireball from downtown, though. We can't be baited by the Huntsman into the Huntsman fire. Gotta keep you guys back. Snipe off his caster if we can. Just being very, very careful with these guys, juking wherever we can. Let's get a big volley on Toddy there. Oh, this could actually be really good for us here. Yep. Come on. Finish him. We just keep juking with Luther. Toddy's broken. Now we chase him with Luther. Cannon's broken as well. Let's take the bats over there. Come on. Come on, my boy. Let's go. Let's get a volley there, just to ensure Toddy can't go too crazy. We'll Hornswoggle him as well. Come on, trick him. Come on, Luther. I need you. Win this fight. Yes. So he's got a lot of troops on the ground. All right, Toddy's shattered. Let's pull you guys back. Oh! Oh, God! We need to save up Wind's Magic for another summon. You guys go finish the caster. The old man still got it! He still got it! Drop this here. Casters. Chase him off. Oh, baby! Let's go! Oh, my God. Alright, so now we just need to finish Sigmar Sons. Well played. Oh, that was stressful. Holy shit. Alright. Yeah, we should be able to bully Sigmar Sons. Oh my God, he's good at controlling this Huntsman. Jesus. Ah. Do it. GG indeed. That was a really good game. So now we just need to finish off Sigmar Sons. He is. Yeah, Luther's slippery for sure. He's a hard one to lock down. Oh my God. Oh, hail the mighty. Sigmar Sons going hard until the bitter end. Yeah, and I think his whole army's shattered, so. Execute Order 66. We have some heals, I guess, but there's nothing really worth healing. So the last of the Sigmar Sons, the brave compatriots of the Empire. Yeah, we'll save that one, sure. I don't have any replays right now, so that's quite helpful, actually. All right, yeah, that's a strong build. Like, Huntsmen are so good against Vampire Coast. Our Hound play wasn't that great either, but in the late game, our Luther and... I'm telling you, Jack Droppers with handguns are really good against Empire Knights and, like, heavy cav and stuff. All right, so next game I will go... I kind of want to play, like... I'm not that good at Skaven. Let's play... So next match we'll do the desert, and then I'll play frickin'... I don't want to play... I have some dwarf replays coming up, like several of them, so I want to play something different. Who else can I... I'm not like that great at like a lot of other stuff. Greenskins, we could do Ratsies. Well, Pone, the last replay you sent me, I think I casted that one. I just think I never published it. I can't remember. Or we could play Tomb Kings. Yeah, I'll play TK. I had to juke like crazy. Who do we play here? Dark Elves? I'm not good at Dark Elves, actually. Beastie Boys. I'm so not good at I'm not the best at Beastmen. We can play Beastmen, it's fine. Beastmen are probably one of my mid-tier factions. But I know chat's going ham for the Beasts, so... So I'll play one more game against Yale. We'll give him the chance here to run it back on me, and then we'll do an FFA after that. I'm going to play Dwarves in the free-for-all. Yeah. I'm going to play Dwarves in our free-for-all. And you guys can damn well bet there's going to be a Gotrek and Felix in there. FFA's next. Skaven. Skaven. Sir Duncan the Tall, thank you for the $9.99. Cygors against Skaven is really risky. Yeah, we'll see. Here. Let's see. Do I still have the Mullet Master? Oh, sorry about that. Hang on, this is my screen blocker for now. I'm just doing it in case he accidentally opens the stream. He doesn't like... now he can watch the stream if he wants to. All right. Face the Master. All right, so... Oh, he's playing Dwarves. Okay. That changes things, for sure. I hope he wins. I hope he gives the people what they want. Satisfy the pudge. Choices. Hey, take care, 404 Spike. You guys want the weird spawn? Yeah, the Yoda voice. I love Yoda. He's the best. You guys like that? You like the face swap of myself and Italian Spartacus? It's pretty disturbing, for sure. I can't take it much longer. I am the guy from Princess Bride, yeah. the hand thing. Oh man. I'm trying to like bring something that will slightly catch him off guard, you know? Because like he's used to all the tournament builds, so I'm trying to think of something that's like off. I know, the bald head. Well, because Spartacus has a pretty big head, so I think that's why. This is really like quite a gambit here. Alright, so I have a bit of an idea. I don't know how efficient it's going to be, but we're going to get a little bit hog wild with this build. It might just lose us the game, but, you know, you guys are here for fun stuff. I actually don't know. Can I? Hang on. I need to look at something. Almost ready. Okay. Obviously, you have to respect that. All right, so we got that. We have that. Oh god, it's so janky. This build is so jank. Look like an Irish pub owner in your town. Hold on a sec. I gotta look at... Shit, I'm not sure. 1 second. Hey, Shetland, I'm sending you a message real quick on Discord. If you're still watching. Yeah, because I don't know if what I'm doing is like allowed in the tournament rules. I know in ladder it's fine, but here I'm like... Well, my left hand is what I control the keyboard with. That's why I can still switch between groups quickly, because my left hand's fine. It's my right hand that's jacked, my clicking hand. Yeah. Alrighty. And we're good to go. Alright guys, this is a very weird build. I am not sure what to expect from this, but it could work. Yeah. We're just... Kelly and Ali and I right now are just playing some games for fun. Because King of the Dead had to go. He had some family stuff come up. So, I just played Vampire Coast against Yale's Empire, which was a really good game. And then now I'm playing Beastmen against his Dwarves. Yeah, there is. If Pone, Shetland, Misha, Wicked, any of you lovely folks drop a link to the Discord here. Alright guys, so you guys wanted Cygors. So basically, we have like, we're not going to be fighting the dwarves head on. Rather, we're going to be throwing boulders at them. And trying to pick them. I'm hoping he didn't bring cannons. That's like my whole gambit here. If he brought cannons, then I'm like screwed. But if he didn't, then I am going to be having a field day. I have a Deathcaster, Morker back here as well in the late game. So got some Raiders who will be kind of, you know, up here just peppering and being annoying. Basically, I'm trying to pull the dwarves apart. Okay, so then we get pigs. Love the wild hogs in group 2. Harpies in group 4. Harpies just to deal with gyros. And then the rest of the stuff is just like random trash. So it can just be kind of all over the place. Yeah, let's put you guys in group 6, I guess. No, Cygors in 7. I'm not playing in my tournament. No, we're just playing for fun. If he has a flame cannon, I'll feel bad for Kelly. I know. Well, you know, people are used to like tournament beastmen, like, you know, the Razorgore rush with like chariots, and I feel like Kelly is going to be ready for that. So, you know, I got to be the wild card in his life. All right, so let's see what he has. Ready. Oh, he's ready? Okay. I'll do it to it. Oh my god, is it an all-slayer build? Oh god. Oh god, why? The meme has been memed. Oh, and he's got hammers back there too. Oh god. Throw boulders at them! Bring them down! Oh god, why? Oh no, why is this happening to me? We'll do some big old punches on these guys. See if we can get some fat damage on them. So we're able to get some good punch on them. Run them off to the side of the map. Now we gotta pull back. Razorgores, we do not want any of that. Okay, well, there's no escaping them everywhere. We basically just have to try and alpha strike them in a couple areas. Oh my god, it's happening. Let's get these harpies out. charge into these guys. I mean, we're ahead on the bounce, but it doesn't like matter that much because when they get their paws on us, it's going to be quite ugly. Alright, so our chariots are doing their thing. We're basically saving up for another Buna. Thankfully, I do have Warp Gaze as well. So I can free those guys up. My little piggies! Get in there. Go be pigs. We're going to run you to the edge of the map. Chariots and pigs will do a big old punch in there. I believe he does have Gotrek as well. No, you need to Warp Gaze. Free your Cygor friend. Don't leave him hanging. We'll go get the man himself fighting over there. So basically, we just have to not fight Gotrek. And we can come in and do a big Alpha Strike on the Giant Slayers, and then we can use Morker's passive thing to really get him good. Oh man, Cygor, run back. Get away, get out of here. Run. Oh no, it wasted the spawn on those ones, unfortunately. Alright, so we're coming in for a big blow here. We still don't have enough for Buna. Who's that? Is that Felix over there? Oh, he has Gotrek and Felix, okay. So we gotta keep the chariots moving. We can't stay too long here. Cygors are in a tactical retreat. We could actually go snipe Felix here. That's actually not a bad plan at all. Let's go. Let's kind of loop around here. See what we can throw at. Giant Slayers, and we'll throw at the not Gotrek here. So sniping Felix is pretty good because then we can just chase him off with hounds. That's Gotrek. Oh my god, this is so stressful. Bring him down! Morker and company doing their job over there. I have another Buna coming up soon. So let's shoot these guys if we can. Felix should be breaking here. He's shaken. He does have the helping hand buff. So we need to save this guy. Thankfully Warp Gaze should be able to save him. So let's run some Slayers to the edge of the map. Let's come over here. Let's Warp Gaze these guys. Just gonna lock them down. We'll come over there. And we weren't able to get Felix, so basically at this point we just fall back. Switch in some of the fresh units. Get some pigs coming in. Oh my god, this Slayer build actually really caught me off guard. I'm 100% serious. Slayers, Slayers. So just to win this fight, we'll drop some more spawn over here. We can charge them, that's fine. They are dragging back, but it's okay. So is there anything we can throw at that's in open field? There's a couple Slayers here. There's not too many Slayers left. Most of them have taken their oaths. He is getting the Cygor quite happily, though. Man, I was really not expecting this from him. So we might actually just not use Buna, obviously, because there's not much to really get here. Let's get these guys tar pitting here. Again, assassinating Felix is the best. We'll run over there. My gambit paid off. Although honestly, I am the Slayer King. Go pigs, descend upon them. There's some boulders at Ungram. It's pretty crazy because with Felix online, he's getting so much healing. We can keep running here. The Cygor's here. I guess, yeah, there's not really... I think he just has characters left. Cloven ones. Gotrek's chasing, but it's not a big deal. Alright, so those dwarves are pretty much dealt with. Need to come over here and get Felix now. So basically just focusing everything we have on Felix is going to be the smartest thing. Including this guy in melee combat. Like, Gotrek is going to have problems catching that guy. We'll run back here with our bows. Felix needs to pay. He's like, whenever you see the Gotrek and Felix combo, you always have to go after Felix. So he just popped his buff here, Foe Seeker, so we'll snare him down. And then we'll turn and throw some boulders at his back. Tar pit him with infantry. We have a ton of magic, so we can start Spirit Leeching now. Put him in guard mode, have him shoot here. Avoid Ungram at all costs. Just keep shooting Felix. Oh man, he's taking a lot. Is he light armored? He's got 70 armor, that's weird. Morker's coming too. Morker's going to be a pain in the butt. Keep going after Felix. We'll have this guy go fight Gotrek just to occupy him. Once Felix is gone, it's going to be pretty quick. Although all of his guys are unbreakable, which is actually a little bit stressful. Alright, Spirit Leech coming up in a second. Just need to break him, so we'll do Spirit Leech. Boom. The Slayer King getting a huge blow there, but Felix should be breaking here. He's wavering, -27. He is broken, so now we can chase him off the battlefield. So, Gotrek is doing his thing. We'll just keep running him loop-de-loo. As a matter of fact, let's send some infantry to tar pit here. Slayer King, we'll go after him. So, not Kazrak, but Morker should put up an okay fight here. Double Cygors are still pretty strong here. As a matter of fact, let's go ram Gotrek a little bit. Let the double Cygors beat down on the Lord. Nice boulder on the Ungors, I know. It's pretty great. So we're bringing in the Eye of Moorsleep. We're going to avoid Gotrek. Spirit Leech Ungrim. And then we're just going to ram Gotrek to keep him away. Because he has okay mass, but not the best. Oh no, is Felix back? Oh, hell no, get that out of here. I thought Felix was gone. I thought he ran off the battlefield. Goodness gracious. I really thought Felix was broken. Oh, the bow shoot into Gotrek here. Let's run you away. We need to break Felix again, though. Like, if he comes back, we're actually in big trouble. Because he could, like, heal those guys into oblivion. Alright, Felix is broken. Here we go. That should be it. What do we have here? Yes. Another Spirit Leech is up. Hit Ungrim. Let's throw a boulder with these ones while we collapse in with all these guys. Actually, hold on. We can just throw double boulders. Throw your rocks, you beasts! Throw them! It just gets my own Ungors. Oh my god, alright, let's just charge in here. I mean, there's a chance he could win this. It's pretty slim, but certainly possible. We need to get the Iron Fister out of here. Gotrek goes down a little bit easier because he's not armored. Call of Violence to rally the troops. There we go. The yard is being stomped. And I don't know if we need to waste a Spirit Leech on Ungrim. He's almost down. Let's probably start working on Gotrek. Get in there, Morger. Get those Pimp Claws busy. Oh my god, Gotrek just doing like somersaults. Alright, Slayer King's down, now it's just Gotrek. I'm pretty sure that's GG now. Yeah, because like it's so much damage from 2 Cygors plus Morker and a Deathcaster. Oh my god. Oh. Just crushing him. Oh, Gotrek getting the healing proc. That's why you save him for last. Oh my god. That's another great game to cast. Jesus. Get him. Well, at least Gotrek finally gets to fulfill his oath. Probably not what he had planned, but... Man, that was a scary one. Slayers. Alright. That was... I don't know if that's like a complete meme or if it's actually something that's good against Beastmen. Maybe it is. Let me ask him. Yes. I'll ask him later. Alright, so... Let's go do FFA battle. Is there new FFA maps? Alright, 1 second. Alright guys, time for the FFA. Gotrek killed Morker, what? Falcon, you missed some really good games, man. It must be a meme. I'm trying to think if that's something that you could like surprise someone with. Oh my god. All right, so we got Falcon and we got Pwn in here. So be it, Anakin. So let's do Woodland Ravine, I guess. The Dawe come for vengeance. Yeah, we'll do this one. This will be fun. Well, yeah, I didn't, want him to pick dwarves. It just happened, all right? So now we're doing the FFA. So you guys can see the lovely screen blocker. There we go. Oh, really, Falcon? Is that true? Zyphos, why can't you see the game? Yeah, I just opened it and then people just joined. First come, first serve. Don't worry. There will be more. All right, so we got Lizards. We got Falcon, who's going to come in with Lokir, Felheart. God, Felix is like so nice for the dwarves, though. Like being able to heal those thick characters. The High King Thorgrim Grudgebearer. Do this. That's fine. All right, so Dwarves and Empire. Felix is a turncoat, confirmed. Felix was a champion that game. So we're playing Empire, we're playing Lizards and Dark Elves. So Dwarf Warriors, Longbeards probably wouldn't be a bad front line. All right, so we want some guns for sure. Guns are pretty much good against all these factions. Let's get a couple cannons as well. This is a weird map, though. I think this is one of the stranger ones. Dragonback Slayers. We definitely want one more group of Slayers if we can. This build will be fine. Your money is on the mighty Dawi. If Gotrek is winning, he heals his opponent so he can fulfill his oath. That's pretty funny. Oh my god. How does this army look? I guess it's okay. I feel like there has to be some memeing, though. So let's get you. We'll strip down the cost. Then we can... Damn, that's still a lot to protect. Alright, I brought one meme just for you guys. Like, the rest of the build's good, but there's one really ridiculous meme. Alright. We're ready. A Slayer Rush? Well, yeah, that face swap, it's Italian Spartacus's head and his beard. And he takes my hair, basically, it looks like. Yeah. Falcon going Hydra spam? You know, he probably is. But I don't know what a Hydra can do against the Gyro Bomber Regiment of Renown. I don't know what can happen there. There's not too much of an Air Force, but there's a little bit of one. Oh my god. Well, guys, thank you for joining today. It's been a fun stream. We have another donation coming in from Lars. Sorry, I missed this one 34 minutes ago for 25 euros, dude. Thank you so much. And he says, FFA sounds great. Donation to see that. Appease the Chaos Gods with wanton bloodshed. Thank you, man. And yeah, you're getting it, dude. You're getting the Gyro Bomber. And Belagar is here. And then Bob, unknown, donated 10. He says, been watching your content for some time, my friend. Just wanted to praise your oratory ability and let you know I love how you describe units and situations. Keep up the awesomeness, man. Thank you, Bob. Bob's a great name, by the way. I feel like Bob is an awesome name. Kelly gonna go mass Croxes? I hope not. I could stop that, I think, because I have a bunch of Slayers and guns, so... This map is really weird, too. It's like, there's two ridges. So basically there's like, yeah, this is a pretty fun FFA map, actually. Yeah, Italian does kind of look like Ninja, or who's the other creator? Pro Jared, I think is the guy that got in like trouble recently. So maybe the center of his face looks like those guys. Alright, so Falcon's gonna have Loke here. Who's near me? Okay, I have Professor Pone's Empire. Yeah, he's gonna be trolling me for sure. But it's about the points. So I have some state troopers. Well, not state troopers, some dwarf state troopers. I have 2 cannons, which I will perch on this hill here. The tree line really screws me here. But I have Dragonback Slayers to protect it. Let's get you guys going here. Get some Longbeards up here. We're forming, like, because we don't know where the threats are going to come from. Like, there could be some deployments behind me and stuff, so I got to watch out. We got Belagar, we got Felix, and we have a Runesmith. Just to slow things down. So we honestly, grouping isn't too important for this army, because we have to, like, react to multiple angles. So we have the Gyro Bomber. Up here on the far side, we have Falcon, and then Hyali Nolly's over there in the corner. Yes. I don't know how this is going to go, guys. This is going to be a true meme of memes. The dreaded Skyhammer. The true king of Carrick 8 Peaks has arrived, and he's here with you know, it's actually lore friendly because in the lore, in the first book, Felix meets Belagar. They have like an interaction, so we got to get the. How's the line of sight here? It's pretty bad. I guess we'll scoot a little bit higher. We'll take off fire at will, and then we'll like scoot these guys up, and we just need to get on that like little cliff face right there. Pone is probably gonna like deploy behind me. Yeah. All right. All right. So the cannons. Oh, the Charybdis! The Chill of Sontar is here. Oh god. Well, we have cannons for it. All right. So let's send the Gyro Bomber. Oh no, Falcon's coming for me. No, Falcon, please. Spare me. All right, I gotta just get my guns and slayers in position to deal with this, because I don't think Pone's gonna come for me. Yeah, Pone's going elsewhere. So we just gotta deal with Falcon, or try to. Shoot here. Shoot here. Get some gunfire going in there. Get some gunfire going in there. Pull the characters up there as well. Skyhammer needs to come in and drop some hammerage here. Man, our cannons really got caught pretty quick here. So scoot you guys forward. Keep some slayers here. We need to send some to deal with those guys. The Skyhammer descends. We're getting a lot of points here. All right. Oh no! Oh no! Oh! It was too late! Let's get you guys going. Let's move some infantry out to screen. Go, Skyhammer! Oh man, this is going to be rough. Get them here. Screen those guys out. Alright, so we got our pit fight now. Camera of Carrick Draz and that Hydra. The problem is with Falcon's army is like a lot of his stuff is going to regenerate, so I'm just going to like get wrecked in the long game. Alright, so he's pulling back. Okay, he's trying to pull me into a vortex, so we're going to dodge that. Pull the cannons back as well, because they're in like a terrible position. So that got some okay damage on us. Oh look, Professor Pone's here! The Empire comes to the aid of the dwarves! To the Faldrucci. Alright, let's get some of these guys going. Just keep chasing, trying to keep him on his toes here. And it looks like they're fighting over there. So I love how there's just a random ass death wizard here. Alright, let's pull some infantry up. Oh no, Felix! Pop it on you. Pop the Oath Stone. Get the Longbeards in there. Get the Slayers coming in as well. Boom, boom, boom. Pull you guys back. Yeah, now the repeater crossbows are really going to saturate into my gun line. So the cannons I had to pull back. We can start shooting against the Beastie Boys now. Pull the Slayers back as well. Other Slayers are just chasing into oblivion here. Screen you guys out. Get it! Take down the Chill of Sontar! Revenge Incarnate! Oh, we're gonna get the Chill of Sontar, I think. The Chill of Sontar is going down, boys. We have to take Falcon's strongest unit. I could use the Gyro Bomber, but I'm trying to save the ammo for like. So we slowed it. Do you have any other Slayers nearby? Okay, they got a feel for this guy here. Take it down. Alright, so we broke that center mass. Send some Dwarf Warriors to form a screen there. Cannons are in trouble, but so is the Chill of Sontar. I could drop bombs, but I'm saving the bombs for later so I can go bomb the other players. Okay, so let's pull back here, see if we can dodge that pendulum. Get some okay contact. That's pretty good. Yeah, you think the Chill of Sontar is going to be free. Let's pull back some Longbeards. Yeah, it's going to be... No Chill of Sontar for him right now. Okay, we have some Slayers here, so the Dragonback Slayers we need to send back there to try and deal with this. Oh man, this is a tense one. The Skyhammer versus the Chill of Sontar. We need to chase that bad boy down though. So let's try and get our cannons back online firstly. Got some Dwarf Warriors fighting over here, Longbeards actually. No, 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 no! Chill of Sontar, don't come back! Oh no, it's back! It's back! Run, Skyhammer! Run! No! The Chill of Sontar returns. Okay, it's time for some bombing runs, I think. So let's pull the Skyhammer back this way. Just take it elsewhere. It's out of ammo anyway, so we might as well use it as a bomber. So we will slow this guy with the Rune of Wrath and Ruin. Hammer of Carrick Draz him. Drag this beast down. And now it is time to go. Oh my god, there's double Luminarchs over here. Oh my goodness. I think the Skyhammer needs to just go bomb whatever it can at this point. So we have the one beast has fallen. Our cannon crews may come back. I really wanted to get some good bombs, but Falcon's army didn't really present me with much to get there. Oh, the breath attack! It's time for the Haggard bombing run. I'm coming for you, baby. I'm coming. The Skyhammers are coming. It's going in. I don't know if the Skyhammer can win that, but we'll find out. See, that's the thing. All the Hydras are just going to heal. The Gyro Bomber can't even catch those guys, so let's pull it back. Oh my god, what's even going on over there? It's just like freaking Razordons and stuff. Alright, so where can I can get some Bleak Swords off the battlefield here. Let's go get you guys. You know what? Let's let Falcon go fight the Empire. The dwarves will re-rally here. You know, we're in okay shape. We don't have our cannons, but we still have a lot of infantry and powerful characters. Freaking Hydras are just terrors in the night. Just like regenerating. An FFA that's actually pretty strong. Alright, so now it's time to go find some bombing runs with the Skyhammer. We're in okay shape. Like, our characters are really, really strong here. I don't think we can catch the Chill of Sontar. I'll try to. Our army's really slow. What can we even bomb here? Oh, perfect. Perfect. A blob of Saurus. Yeah, we're going to get the lizards. Oh my god, this is just anarchy. Falcon's chasing off a lot of scraps. I'm now in last place. So we still have a fair amount of Slayers. The Hydra Beast is hiding in the valleys. Come on, Gyro Bomber. Hustle. Hustle. Like... Yeah, I don't know if... Like, his Hydras are just healing so much. Okay. So, yeah, the Chill of Sontar is taking out that one crew there. We'll go bomb those guys. Slayers need to just come for the Hydra, I think. Enough is enough. I've had it with these snakes. Alright, so what do we have here? Oh no, the Amixon Barbs! Oh, they're gonna get my Gyro! Oh, Skyhammer! Oh, it's poison! It's taking so much damage! Oh! Drop him out of everything! No! The Amixon Barbs, one meme slays another. Well, you know what? We'll at least make the Chill of Sontar pay. Break it! Go, Slayers! Karate chop it! We have to take out Falcon's Precious. We have to try. Come on, get it! Oh, it's broken! So, okay, there's some Bleak Swords here. He's going to try and save it. We'll leave the Slayers to chase it. God, of course, well, at least this Skyhammer got to use its minigun a lot. Hopefully Pone's Witch Hunter will finish the Chill of Sontar. Have fun with that, Pone. I'll send some Slayers after it to help. Alright, we still have a lot of infantry. But we're really behind on points. Yali Nali is pretty far ahead. Hey, Witch Hunter, can you not shoot me? Alright, you know what? If you want to play that game, we'll send some Slayers after you. How's that sound? Those 21 Slayers will easily be able to kill that Witch Hunter. No, the Chill of Centaur's back! Oh, and it healed! It healed! Oh no, he's gonna kill the Dragonback Slayers. They're not gonna be able to get it. Oh. Okay, we'll kill Pone's Witch Hunter. Oh, come on, Cannon Crew, come back. That would be great. Okay, the Hydras are actually going down here. It looks like there's a Dread Saurian. Yali Nali has the Dread Saurian. The Dread Beast himself. Our brave Dragonback Slayers. This is how they would want to go, just fighting a freaking huge Hydra. And the other Slayers are actually killing Pone's Witch Hunter. I don't know if they're going to be able to get him, though. I guess I was wrong. Oh, hell. All these Razordon hunting packs and Dread Saurians. Oh, man. I'm really behind on points, but I have probably the most left, which is like how Dwarves always go in FFA. They're very stalwart. Pone's coming to save his Witch Hunter here, which he probably will. But, like, we can't catch anything. Guess there's a lot of Saurus. It's just really important we keep our characters together. Because, yeah, we're going to get picked apart pretty hard, but... The problem is, like, against Falcon's army, it's hard to farm points in the beginning because of his freaking Hydras not being infantry. Razordon's coming in. They're going to give us some love. The Slayers, they're still hunting this guy. Oh my god, that's pretty funny. Alright, give me some Saurus to fight. That's good. Look over here. Falcon with his damn Hydras. Oh my god. The Dwarves are mighty indeed, although the last of our Slayers here is going to be meeting their end at this Witch Hunter's hands. Pone just scrapping to the bitter end over there. I might be the last one standing, though. For sure. Fight! Fight, Dawi! We don't need all of you guys to blob in there, so we'll just keep a couple in reserve. So this is some good points for us. Some Saurus. Our Slayers here have met their end. Well, that's why I had the cannons, but with the Hydra rush so close to me, I was like, oh god, and bad line of sight on this map, I couldn't deal with it. It's time. True King of Carrick Peaks with the comeback! Alright, so we'll chase those guys off. Just need one group to do that. Oh my god, Falcon's still lurking with his Hydras, of course. Both at their healing caps, because his micro's so good. Forward, High King! Well, not High King, but King of Carrick Peaks. Oh, are these all Chill of Centaurs? Oh! Oh! There's no unit caps on, so Falcon brought 3 Chill of Centaurs. That's explaining it! I kept thinking I was hitting the right Chill of Centaur. Oh my god. Should've just brought like 10 Felixes. The Skyhammer got blue-balled hard, yeah, it did. But we got a pretty meaty little core here. I mean, these guys... They're grinding some points back up. And the Lizards do have a lot to fight. Like, a lot of stuff to kill still, so... Pone's got his Witch Hunter and his Death Wizard. Belagar's so cool. Alright, so what do we have here? The Umbral Tide. Falcon's Penta Chill of Centaur build. Just destroying me. Oh, actually, I don't know. We did pretty good. We kind of forced him back, I guess, but maybe he just pulled back to farm elsewhere. It's hard to tell. Eventually, you will have to fight the proud Dawi, my friends. You can't run forever. I see his little skink priest in the forest here. I could actually make my way over there. Ten Felixes just cross-healing each other. So that Hydra's chased off. Yali Nali very solidly in the lead. I'm a pretty good contender to get the last man standing buff, or point bonus. God, the Razordons are going to shoot in. Hitting Felix, of course. Just smart. He's going to maybe isolate these dwarves over here. I could Rune of Wrath and ruin them. If they charge, perhaps I will. We'll see. Dwarf Warriors don't have charge defense against large, so it's kind of pointless anyways. Go here against the skinks. Okay, oh, he's actually fighting me, okay. What is this? Is there a breath attack coming? Is Pwn spirit leeching me? Oh, Amber Spear kills a couple Dwarf Warriors or Longreads. That wasn't bad at all. I keep my oaths. Here we go. Let's fight some of these guys. I'm not going to use Mighty Oath Stone yet because it's not like a big final fight. Okay, the Witch Hunter is being hunted by the Amixon Barbs down there. Come on, Dawe! Hey, it's fine. You know, we're going to endure. Although points might be a little bit tricky, but I don't think we can get first, but I'm pretty sure we can pull into second. Maybe. Because Falcon's army's gone now. He's in second. Nice Spirit Leech on the Skink Priest. I'm just trying to catch things. I do have one more Rune of Wrath and Ruin. Yeah, some Longbeards getting chased off the map here. Yes, Dawi. Oh, look at that. Unintentional slow-mo with the lag. Oh, that was actually a really cool shot. Those Skink cohort's going to get taken out for sure. Is the Dread Saurian gone? I think it is. Oathbreakers! Alright, we're getting in there. The Cudgel Infantry fall before the might of the Dawi. The healing from Felix really paying huge dues here. We just need to not get last place. That's our mission here. But Pwn still has some stuff. Oh, never mind. His Witch Hunter's dead. Okay, he just has that flyer then. So Pwn has to land or else he's going to take penalties on his caster here. we couldn't get as many points as we would like. Oh, man, where do we go? Well, you know what? At least the High King, or King Belagar and company live. Let's see. What's left? I mean, okay, so we got the Amixon Barbs. Oh, I thought there were some Slayers left. I was like, oh. So we'll just go meet him in open field. Oh, Pwn going in to steal my glory. Don't you do it, Pwn! Cue Chariots of Fire music. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Yes, kill the Amethyst Wizard. Come on, dwarves. And Felix. And Manling. Your warriors are rallying. And that Amethyst Wizard's doing some work. There he goes. He's breaking now. Come on, give us some of those points. Well, we have to catch him, but eventually he has to fight us with all this stuff. Just trying to get some points off this guy here. Yes, give me the points! Get him! Felix coming in. Yes, yeah. Oh, we just got so many points for killing that wizard. We got like 300 points. So now we can use the rune just to... Oh, where's that shit? There we go. To keep him from cycle charging us. Drop the Helping Hand on Belagar. Do the Oath to give us the armor. So now we have like a Doom stack. All right. So I think the last man standing bonus will give us enough to maybe get second place. King of the Hill. Yeah, some of the Dwarf Warriors are running, but... like, that's 3 powerful characters there. Alright, FFA. Let's see what place I got. I mean, obviously I didn't get first, so it's going to be... Hyale won that. Yeah. Dwarves trespass for 50 turns. Hey, look at that, I got second. Oh, sweet. The Jawa. We stand firm. We actually lived. That was pretty fun. So, yeah, guys. Hyale Nali, congratulations for the FFA victory to him. We got in there. We kept a lot of our army, but I have to say, I think Falcon's army stole the hearts of the people. The triple Chill of Santar. And then, although Hyale brought a Dread Saurian, guys, and like Razordons and stuff, and Nakai, I wish I could have seen that fight more, but I'll cast this replay separately so you guys can see all the glory, and we'll do it to it. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap up today's Eternal Challenger League. Second is the first place and last. The Lizards did great. Hyale Nale, what a champion. So, guys, just to kind of sum things up, King of the Dead had to leave early, so I played Hyale a couple times, and then we did this FFA, but King and Hyale will be playing sometime in the next week, whenever they're free, for the slot, because they're 1-1, so they'll just continue their series. And from that point, I'll cast those games as like a video. I'll just do like one video just for those, and you guys will know who qualified and everything. But yeah, so we'll see who's going to be the winner there. Yeah, you get a lot of points for being the last man standing. Yeah, there's a bit of a prize for that. And it's a good balancing mechanism. The Skyhammer failed me pretty bad. It was pretty terrible. Because, like, what am I going to bomb in Falcon's army? Like, maybe some Bleak Swords. But the problem is, when I got close to the Bleak Swords, his Dark Riders would just hammer me. So it was like, and there was a Manticore Sorceress. Like, there was no hope. So yeah, it was really fun. Pone's army, of course. Let's see what he had. He had the double Luminarch with a Witch Hunter and a Death Wizard, just ultimate Haggard sniping. He must have had a fierce cockfight with Hjalni. I'm really excited to cast that. All right, guys, thank you so much for the stream. It was a blast. More content coming soon. Special thanks to all the generous donations we got today from Bob Unknown, Swole Dude, Alex Neves, Steve, Mr. Nyatek, Steve, Italian Spartacus, Imperial Gondola, Steve again, Bubba's Big Blast, Imperial Gondola, Steve, Nyatek, SSIO, Peter Nilsson as a new member, Ray Hyde. Then, of course, on the PayPal, we have multiple donations from Samanten. Thank you so much, my dude, and Mr. Rasmus. You guys are aces. And again, thanks to the mods for helping out. I really appreciate having you guys here on stream. It makes the experience pleasant for everyone, including myself. I don't know what I'd do without you guys. It would definitely be quite miserable. So thank you all to the mods who are helping out here on stream. And now I'm going to go bro out and watch some UFC. Maybe. We're doing it. It's going to be fun. So guys, thank you so much. It was really fun. We were able to get there and get some sweet King of the Hill action and some 1v1s. And we'll be seeing you guys soon. Yeah, stay tuned. The finals will be, once we find out who's there, it'll be sometime in the next couple weeks, probably mid-November. But yeah, we'll find out. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this after showcase as well. And we'll see you guys on the other side. Take care.